Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Empire of Dragons,
Last,
presented by the Friendly Bunch. Sorry.
that's fine. Last,
Fancy.
last time on the Empire of Dragons, we had shoot the mage, and you are a tall dwarf. Anyway,
God damn it!
Shoot the maid.
so both of you,
I'm not that tall.
both of your
You
groups have spent some time traveling. Both of you to the same destination, Hersa, the capital of Lalas. One group from the north, the other group from the south. Now, the journey was long for some of you because two of you had to go on a boat, which was
Like
average.
boats.
It took you 19 days to get across the sea, and then you had to walk the rest of the way by land.
So,
How would you describe your journeys? In fact,
Well, I feel insulted because I was called a tall dwarf the entire journey.
because you are tall.
I'm
Just
not
accept-
that tall.
Just accept it, dwarf.
I'm not that tall.
Wait, a dwarf is mad that he was called tall?
Because it is tall.
That's
mean,
a bad thing?
I'm just average height. I'm only 5'6".
I'm just advertising.
That's tall, boy. Kidding.
That's tall for a dwarf!
and for the other group, how was your journeys?
It's pretty chill. Just, worked on my musket.
I have the shiniest fucking stone.
Yeah, it's just a normal stone, by the way, that glows.
It's just a
And I
normal
feel
stone.
blessed.
It was a tad stressful for me, because thinking about the kids back in the library, and my powers possibly going awry with all the stress. So that was
Okay.
kind of a never-ending cycle.
Understandable. Now, both of you, due to your journey speeds, arrive in Hersa at the same time. Actually, since one of you headed earlier than the other. But the two of you, but you are all on opposite sides. In fact, starting with the bigger group, as the group from Guihe, you can see the city of Hersa in the distance as you cross a bridge. You're getting closer to it. In fact, you start to see farms on your left side, far off in the distance, housing what appear to be multiple chained people, of course, as slavery has come to the capital after all.
And then it hit you.
Wait, excuse me?
Oh, I thought I got hit by the capital of Hersa.
No. And then in the
I
distance,
mean, you could.
you see a gate. I'd like you to roll perception for me.
Dun 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 dun.
What's
Percept-
my
first
What's
enemy.
my percept?
2.
What's my Pershoiner?
Oh, not the Humberto group. Only the Guihe group.
Okay.
I didn't roll, I was just saying.
Oh.
I have
What's
a
my
15.
I know if I
perception?
rolled.
11.
You would know.
You see in the distance a tall black gate. This is
I
you,
thought
s-
you.
you see a dragon adorned.
I thought he was gonna say a troll dwarf.
I know.
Sorry,
You see a giant black dragon's head carved into the stone of this gate. Above it, staring out into the distance with a menacing glare, as even the intricate horns of an ancient black dragon's body are carved in to intricate detail. In fact, as if they had a live reference for this. If any of you know your history of Laulis, you can roll history to see if you know this.
Well, of course. My boy is all about history.
Another 11. What the hell?
That's an 18.
Did Krasen choose to roll or no? Out of curiosity.
Oh yeah, sure. Hold on, let me.
If you know your history of Hersa.
I do know my history of Hersa.
What sounds like bird chirping?
I'm not no dumbass. I want to save that roll for something else then.
Is that also from your
That's
fan
car.
wiki?
No,
That's not
car.
me.
Yes,
How's
it
that
is.
me?
You're lighting up every time we hear it.
Yeah.
No, the bird chirping I think is coming from something else.
No, it's coming
Oh,
from
the bird
Car.
chirping is me.
Oh,
The bird
Yeah.
chirping is me.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the fan.
No.
I was like, no, it's the
yeah,
fucking
I know
cookie.
the fan is Cookie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, what was your
I
roll?
hope you enjoy my birds. My roll?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I definitely know. It's 26.
Is
Well,
it actually a bird
I mean, I would have
noise?
known if I looked at. Yes, it's actually birds. I'm
Oh.
outside.
But you don't know details about this person. This gate is known as Mercurio's Gate. This is the gate of Mercurio, the Black Dragon. Rather controversial figure in the Legion history, actually.
Why?
Why?
He was controversial because he was the one who came up with the law that bastards, illegitimate children, are allowed to inherit the titles of their family. And he had many, many, many illegitimate children. So many, in fact,
Controversial.
that he made one of those children his heir instead of the firstborn, who was the child of his wife at the time. And as a result,
What was the law?
it was a law that made it to where bastards, aka illegitimate children, could inherit their family's titles.
Dang.
And with that, when the illegitimate heir took the throne, not everyone agreed with it, and it spawned a civil war that wiped out that entire line of the family. In fact, it is due to the true heir taking the throne, it has been dubbed as the Black Dragon Rebellion, in fact.
And that true heir is the dude who went missing.
Nope. This happened over 200. This happened back into the beginning of the Age of Strife.
Okay.
Yes. And as you slowly enter the gate, and as you slowly walk under this gate that pays homage to a figure who nearly tore Lalus apart, you see a citadel, a district swarmed by dragons nearby. And with that, I switch over to my southern group, Humberto. So, for you guys, you are walking through farmland, actually. You can see slaves up close and personal as you're walking by the road of the fields. Quite a few of them seem to be getting whipped and the like. Some of them fall to the ground on the muck, unable to keep walking until one of their friends picks them up and tries to carry them along, or what appears to be a slave master comes and kicks them until they get up and keep moving. As you approach Hersa from the southern side, you see a gate that has a red dragon carved into the gate, carved above the gate. Crafted with sigils and runes that are actually written in Infernal.
Yep.
If you'd like to roll history on who this gate belongs to, you may. Pardon?
That's a 6.
Mm-hmm. And Rupert?
History, correct?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
19.
Anyway, as I was saying beforehand, so with both of your rolls, this gate, if you click on...
Wait. But I rolled a 19.
I know. This gate... I know, let me continue. So, if you click on the gate, you'll be able to see who the name of it is. But this gate belongs to Augustus the Infernal. In fact, a tiefling emperor. From the Solanus line, of course, since that's the only royal line of imperators there are in Lalus. And the dragon is his red dragon, Starden, who, because of his nature, was a rather rambunctious and rageful fellow. But as Augustus was a military emperor to the core, conquering swaths of territory across all of Lalus. He dates back all the way to the Age of Conquest, in fact, in the last era. It was due to him that tieflings are now accepted in the Empire, as it were.
Nice.
And as you pass through the gate, you also can see in the distance a tower, what appears to be a fortress swarmed by dragons. So with that, both of you see. So, what is the first thing you guys would like to do?
Are these dragons friendly?
They appear to be, in fact. From what
Alright,
you know, since you have all lived in Laos, you wouldn't know about this because they're literally hills of the realm. That is the district of the Dragon Knights. In fact, the Dragon Knights own their own district in the city where they can live, trade, and train as well. And
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm looking for an inn.
you'd like to find an inn.
Yes, the ground has been rough these past few days.
Understandable. And on the other side, my Guihei group, what would you like to do?
I
You know what?
uh,
That's a lot of cool dragons.
Hmm.
I kind of
Okay.
want to pet the dragon.
we might perhaps
That dude's
peruse these
crazy.
dragons.
that dude's crazy.
That dude's.
Don't
What
listen
do you
to
mean
him.
I'm crazy?
He's crazy.
You're crazy.
So you
He
guys,
doesn't know what he's saying.
you all would like to head toward the Draconic Citadel? Is that what I hear?
Yeah, but I want to look
Yes.
around for stores on the way.
Unfortunately, the side of the town that you're on, you wouldn't find as many stores. In fact, you pass by a slum on your way to the There is, however, there is a market right in front of the Draconic district.
Breathe.
To the market.
All right,
To the market.
you all head to the market. But on Humberto's side, your friend Daniel is accompanying you, and he looks around the city in wonder, and he just says, "I've never been here before. It's so wonderful," he says as he's looking around, starry-eyed.
I know, Sidekick. It is great.
I'm kind of glad that you guys brought me along now.
See, I told you, you would have good time with us.
That is true. And then on the other side, you notice, Crescent, you notice that Sao Su keeps her eyes keep like looking towards the shadows as if she's looking for something.
I'll squint my eyes under my goggles. What are you doing?
Just looking for some friends.
The side.
I cut out there. What happened?
Shady friends.
And then Sao Su says, "I have no idea what you're talking about." What was that, Car?
Oh my god. I mean friends that are in the shade. With those goggles.
Depends on the time of day.
Depends on the time of day. Out of character, you said that Dread, my dad, was in the.
I keep cutting out. What happened there?
You said my dad, Dread, was like south of where we were in Guihei. Are we closer? Like I forgot if we went south or
He
north.
told you that he was
to get to
he was
Hersa.
headed towards the capital. That your father's friend was heading towards the capital. In fact.
Okay. And this is the capital? Yeah.
You are in the capital, so there could you could try and find rumors of you could see if you can find Dread somewhere, at some point.
Okay.
And with that, both of you enter the market from opposite sides. And for my Humberto group, you see on your right side as you enter. First, you see this colossal structure, and it appears to be, and it has statues of different dragon emperors outside of it, signifying. And could you roll history for me? In fact.
Nat 20.
All right.
I got a 9. No, not a 9. What's 7 plus 4?
11.
11.
If y'all
There you go.
refresh, I think I placed y'all in decent spots.
Let me see.
We're not fresh. We're old.
I don't see anything.
They're the plain blue and plain red markers on
Oh,
the
I
map towards the center. Yeah.
I see them now. Oh, I see the plain. Okay, here we go. Yeah. On your side, you see. Well, actually, a bit more to the left, but I can accept that. But you see this. This is this structure. It's the tomb of the imperators. This is where past emperors and empresses have been laid to rest. Except
Excuse you.
except for the most recent one, as a body was never found for him, unfortunately. You see people
Oh, dang.
you see people outside laying flowers down in front of the different statues, even a new one that appears to be of the past emperor Marcus.
What's your name?
And even Daniel seems to pause a moment, and he says, give me a second. And he walks over, buys a flower from one of the stands, and lays it down in front of the emperor's statue, as before he walks back to your group.
Oh, that was nice sidekick.
Yeah, I think they deserve it since he was such a good man.
Yeah, he was.
And then on the opposite side, you see that you're near a church that has 12 dragon statues in front of it. A rather large church at that.
That's a lot of dragons.
Mm-hmm.
It's named Dragons.
In fact, and on the opposite side, for my Guihei group, you realize you pass by two government buildings. One of them is the high courts, where the high judges of Laulis make their decisions, and even sometimes justiciars as well. On the other side, the assembly of the people, where the assembly resides and pass laws. You notice a large crowd of people out there, obviously a protest demanding the repeal of the slavery law, amongst other things. But it seems to be a small
These
crowd,
ain't
as it.
stores.
But there are stores scattered across the market, in fact, across the 3 markets, as you guys find yourselves in the northern market. In fact, this market is known as, if you want to look, Maria's market, as it belongs to Maria, one of the 3 great empresses. In fact, her name was Maria the Great, after all.
Wow,
Where on the map is it?
It's the black camp pin.
Okay.
Yes. So you notice a tavern, you notice the church, and you notice several stalls around and the 2 governmental buildings in this market. So, where would you all like to go? So, let's start with the Humberto group. Where would you like? You said you were heading towards the tavern, correct?
Yeah, to an inn.
All right.
Yep.
Well, if you would look at as you can see, there is a tavern. And it has a sign outside of it. But it has a symbol on it for the people that can't read, but there are words carved into it that read, the Red Drake Tavern. And there's going to be a lot of people coming in and out of it.
There was your inn, tall dwarf.
So I walk into the inn.
All right,
Yeah, I follow.
All right, and Daniel follows you too. And you walk into the inn, and you see this massive tavern, like on a grand it could be like they cut out the top, the ceiling of the first floor. So if you look up, you can see countless balcony floors that show people flying up to them or walking upstairs and heading into their rooms.
Is it like a mini mansion?
In a way, yes.
What? That's crazy.
And Daniel looks around and he's like, this place looks expensive.
I know. Wait, so there's a lot of people in there, right?
There's a lot of people, yes.
Like, how a lot are we talking? Like, it's crowded?
Like, there's 3,000 people in here, but it's not crowded yet.
3,000 people.
You notice waitresses heading to and fro different places, talking to people, stuff like that. You notice that there's a game going on in one of the corners of the room. You see the barkeep over by herself. She appears to be rather stressed by something as she's like taking orders and stuff like that. And you notice, and there are patrons drinking all over the place, including a few Dragon Knights, in fact, as they are having a round as they clank their beers together and cheer before chugging, including the dragons themselves as they have their own mugs of beer.
What? The dragons?
Yep.
What? They're underage drinking. That's not right. Okay. Well, shit. I knew what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, Desi, kind of frowns because they don't like crowds. So like, I don't want to be here.
Well, we could probably leave real quick. What did you need to do here, Rupert?
I just need a tankard.
He wants to get drunk.
I think I got that from what you were saying. But thanks for the clarification.
Well, I won't get drunk from a simple tankard.
He's a dwarf after all.
Tall
If anything, I'd be the one who gets drunk out of the three of us.
No.
I'm a tall dwarf. I don't get drunk that easily.
What? Switching over for a quick second. And Guihei Group. As you guys are going to get your alcohol, Guihei Group, what are you all doing in the market?
I'm totally looking for material stores. I want to buy materials.
There's a blacksmith.
Is there any, like, carpentry or woodcarvers places?
There is, in fact.
I'm going over there.
Alright.
I want some of that good wood.
Yeah, good material.
And what are the other two of the group doing?
Is there any, like, where I could possibly ask about my father?
Well, the tavern could be a good place to start. There are a lot of people heading in and out of there.
That is true. I head in. Well, first I ask, Crescent, you want to go in the tavern? Crescent.
Crazy.
He can't hear us.
Oh, he can't.
His AirPods are in.
He's...
You're muted.
He said, I
Shit.
crave the place with the most shinies.
There's probably a lot of shinies or whatever in here.
Yeah, totally.
If you blink, to shine.
He said he wants to go to a bank.
Do whatever you want then. I'll be looking for leads in here. And I go in.
Gosh, there does not seem to be a bank in this area, in fact.
Car's about to start screaming.
It should be from what you can gather, they probably don't keep their money in the market since it isn't that safe.
I mean, this dude's looking direct for the money.
I mean, there are a lot of shopkeepers around that you could get money from.
He's gonna get the money.
Also, if you wouldn't mind typing in discussion, by the way.
Where is he?
He was typing in roll 20.
Oh,
Not
and roll 20, that's why it was...
Yeah.
He put some stuff in there, but now it ain't any of that. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Sally.
Oh. You do see vendors outside the market handing goods here and there, like coins and stuff like that, but nothing. But there doesn't seem to be anything that extravagant here, to be honest. I guess I can drink something.
Because getting drunk is just such a pain.
Saosu kind of looks down at you and says, "You're complaining about getting drunk, really?" Wow.
Yes!
I am deeply disappointed by you.
No, you!
Saosu rolls her eyes and said, "Okay, kind of just rolls her eyes and says, "Whatever, lead the way. I'll go where you guys go, since you're the one paying."
Well,
So yeah, we're in the tavern.
As soon as Krasen walks into a tavern, you hear a scream as you see this silver-haired, silver-eyed man hide behind this massive half-orc as he sees you. Krasen in particular.
Aw!
He's too weird and disfigured, apparently.
Oh no!
Desi, you see Daniel look towards the entrance, see a kobold, and scream and hide behind you.
what? What's wrong?
I told you I had a fear of kobolds! He says, pointing at the one that just entered.
What?
You're
They're
so
not that bad. You are overreacting.
Yeah. Kind of just...
They like pat his head, like calm down. It's
Dusilo just kind of like quirks an eyebrow and like kneels next to Krasen. You're afraid of this thing?
And Daniel says, look, I had some... Look, when I was a kid, I had some friends... Not friends, really, who like to tell really insane stories about kobolds. And to be honest, I've seen what those things can do. Nah!
Ah, fuck! What happened?
Daniel, you notice a silver-haired person scream and hide behind a huge half-orc and is currently explaining why he's afraid of you.
And go to the bathroom. Oh, he's afraid of me.
Yeah.
Ah! Yeah, it's right. Kill her before me.
So he says, oh look, people actually do find you scary. I'm shocked.
And I was like, you're afraid
Oh,
of this thing?
Very scary.
Chief,
Well,
you're about 2 foot something. You ain't scary.
sounds like
It
awesome.
could be scary in other ways.
I fear nothing I can throw.
I could throw you if I tried hard enough.
I would just like stand back up and I gesture like to my fucking
I try to pick her up.
Roll strength.
Damn, hold on a second. I need to go back.
Do I
and
roll
find my
strength
character
too?
sheet.
Are you gonna try and
Let me
fight back
grab my
against
roll
it?
20.
Yeah. Well, yes, actually, yes.
Alright.
Strength.
Oh, what the fuck is my strength?
What the heck?
That's an 11.
Who's ready
I
for that?
rolled 3 11s.
Oof.
It's like a lemon,
Who's
Discord.
Ready for that -1 strength?
Ugh.
Yeah! That's 12.
You were barely able to pick up this tiefling as everyone watches you. Well, actually, it's less like you pick up the tiefling. It's more like you pick up the tiefling's leg before you.
I just let out that scream.
And then you immediately stumble and fall flat on your face with
No!
with Decilo falling right on top of you.
Oh, at least the small one tried.
Ugh.
Daniel can't help but laugh at that, and Salsu just full on. Because Salsu just like.
See, nothing to fear.
I think I got a
I'm
reason.
messing with you.
I think I got a reason to laugh at you, boss.
See,
And Dusilo is like
Daniel,
actually
no one would
like a little bit in
take
character. Sorry for him. My name is Dustilo, and I shake hands with the silver-haired guy first.
He kind of like he gets from behind Desi, kind of like fixes
Kind
himself.
of like what?
He fixes himself up.
What?
He fixes himself up, which is what I was gonna say, and then he shakes your hand and says, "Daniel Yulkovich."
Pleasant. Pleasant to meet you.
Same to you.
and then he looks at the half orc. I forgot. Was it orc or half
Yes.
orc?
Half orc.
Okay. Decilo Carshire.
Desi, nice to meet you.
He kind of notices that our names are kind of similar.
Wow, your names are kind of very similar
Very
there.
similar. And he shakes your
Ah.
hand. You notice his hand's kind of like scarred up a little bit, like black at the hand, then it gets like kind of purpley, like on the way back out.
Wait, does Desi see this or no?
Yeah.
What happened over there? With your hands?
Life.
Ah, I understand.
One sec.
Wait, where is tall dwarf? Tall dwarf!
And this is Krasen. I just met him a few days ago.
Ah, the tiny one that tried to lift you.
Yes.
Can I try to
Which
lift
I
her
must
too?
admit was not too bad. Maybe with a little more push-ups you can lift up my...
But by the way, I'm not that tall of a dwarf.
I said you are.
Oh,
now keep
you're
quiet and
here!
drink.
Yeah, you see this tall dwarf. You see this tall dwarf kind of like walking back with a tankard of meat. Actually, what was your drink actually? It cost
Ale.
It cost you a gold coin, by the way.
That's fine.
I forgot Rupert existed for a second.
So you see this tall.
Wow.
You see this tall dwarf. What other distinguishing features do we have for you?
He's got black hair, black eyes,
Wow.
and carries a giant battle axe on his back.
And a sword.
Amazing.
No?
You made the sword, remember?
Oh, no, that was a battle axe.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
just put
Yes, that was
on
battle
the
axe. We are
description.
the battle. Remember?
Oh,
Yeah, my
yes.
dude is like he's got like mostly gray skin with like
Gun gang.
black hair, black horns, black hands, purple around like the wrists and feetsies.
Wowee.
And scarred up a bunch. Wearing
Anyways,
a
how are
fancy
you?
cloak even though we can't afford it. Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
Who are you folk? I'm Rupert T. Longbottom.
Sal kind of. Okay, Chief. That's really your last name. Does your family really hate themselves? I have to ask that.
They have
No,
long bottoms,
no.
I'm sure.
We're rather famous blacksmiths from this area.
Prostitute.
Do you make iron bottoms?
Gotcha.
Is that where your name comes from?
No, the name comes from my grandfather. He fucked an elf.
You gotta stop giving me this material, man!
Damn.
Long butt!
Whoa. Didn't expect that.
They're into that long folk bottom.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Decilo, because like, well, wait, dwarves are like the type of people who are like slavers, right?
In Guildland, yes. In fact, the way from your history, you remember that it was first dwarves who kidnapped you when you were a child, and then carted you through underground passages to the Underdark, where you were then sold there.
Yeah. So Decilo is gonna look kind of just like he's just gonna like giving him looks, just like narrow the eyes.
Had a bad history with dwarves.
Unfortunately.
That's understandable. Most of them are unbearable. That's why I stopped being a blacksmith and joined the army.
You were in the army, South Sioux asks.
How noble of you.
Yes. I was in the army and then I ended up becoming a military trainer.
Wowee. Very accomplished individual you are.
You're lagging a little bit there.
I heard him
Yeah.
No!
But yeah, you're gonna want to
How
reset.
about now?
You're good.
Fuck. Oh,
you're
I'm good now.
Oh
No.
Not anymore.
Nope.
Who lied to you?
Very accomplished individual you are. No. How about now? How about now?
You good?
Now
How
you're
about
good.
now?
Say a long
Yep.
sentence.
What was I about to say? Oh, a very accomplished individual.
But like, it was just really laggy. A very accomplished individual.
Really yes, you are a very accomplished individual, my good sir.
Not really. I have so much more I could do with my life.
Like not be tall.
Why
I'm
is
not-
that a bad thing? Don't you want to be tall?
Is that in
I'm not
character?
that tall. I'm only 5'6".
Don't you
unnatural.
want to be tall though?
You're
Isn't that
taller
better
than
for you?
me. I consider that tall. Everyone's tall when compared to me.
And
It's
and so
okay. You took the flex spot. That's a good thing. Okay, you were saying.
so Sue says, so you were in the military. How about you? She asked, pointing at Desi.
I am a inquisitor for the I forgot what they're called.
The Inquisitors?
The Jupiter. I don't remember. Now.
Wait, as in the Inquisitors of the old gods? Sao Sue asked, kind of shocked by that.
Yeah, why?
Wow, I actually didn't think that anyone actually still believed in the old gods. Oh, wait. She kind of like studies you for a moment. In fact, she's gonna roll insight on that, and she's going to point a finger at you and say, "Ruzonic."
Out of character. Yes? No? I don't know.
Yes, you are.
Okay, yeah.
He says, "Oh, that explains it. Yeah, that makes sense. Everyone out east over there worships the old gods. Over here, they worship the dragons."
Yeah. But it's no big deal.
True. And then she looks at Daniel and says, "I'm assuming your friend's never seen a fight in his life." And Daniel's like, "Yeah." As he looks down.
Don't mess with Psychic. He's doing great.
I love that you're calling him that.
So, thanks, Desi.
You're welcome.
And with that moment, one more individual walks in. A tabaxi, in fact, which aren't that common up in Lalish. You'll see more of them in Atia, in fact. Cassius, what do you do as you walk into the tavern?
I'm gonna look for Desolo and Krassen.
You see them over near the bar, talking to a group of 3.
All right, I head over there.
Hey, Cass, how'd your purchases go? Sue asks.
I found what I wanted.
And on the other side, you see this tabaxi come over and talk to the group as if he knows them. Probably is a member of the group, in fact.
Your friend, I assume.
Yeah, in a sense, more of a fellow worker.
Oh, like slave?
Nope, not a slave. I just work with them for now.
Understandable.
Yeah, I'm the slave of this group, Sue says, raising her hand.
Oh.
Slave.
That is so laggy, my dude.
Employee.
Oh my gosh.
Employee.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Try saying sense.
He left.
This is common for Car, by the way.
Yep.
For the viewers who may not have known.
And he's rack.
Fuck the bathroom.
Man.
Anyways,
Why are you?
what did I say? I said
You
she's
said-
not a slave. She's a paid employee.
Yeah.
Barely paid anything,
Alright.
Sao Suaz.
I pay her.
He detracts most of it from me sleeping in the same building as him.
It's a great place to sleep.
And she just shakes her head and just mouths no.
Seems a little
Yeah.
Oh, she is like slave, but with job.
At the talk of slaves,
Think
you
of
see,
it like a minimum wage worker.
So a wage slave, Daniel says.
Yeah.
Cecilo is very uncomfortable at the mention of slavery.
Uh,
Does anyone notice? Does Esso try to hide it, in fact?
No, he just kind of, he just kind of like clenches his fist a little bit. Like they're at his sides, and like he just wants to go talk to the barkeeper. And oh wait, did I say the right word?
The barkeep?
Yeah, the barkeep.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I thought that was different for a second. Yeah, and like ask him about his dad. He doesn't want to be a part of this conversation anymore.
And Deslo walks off towards the bar, without saying a word.
What was up with Tiefling?
I'ma inspect the 3 people that I do not know in front of me.
What? All right.
So you're not gonna give her them an explanation
For what?
for my behavior.
No, I'm not. That's you. You do you.
You do you.
Well, I walked away.
You do you.
You do
Hey,
you.
Fine, I'll
Okay.
go
Your decision.
follow her. I will follow her.
You follow Deslo?
Yes.
All
Follow
right.
Tiefling boy.
So as he kind of looks,
Tabaxi again.
And I will have a hard time trying to get up on the chair.
The
Can I
tabaxi
make a
is-
deck save to get up on it?
That's
Yes.
adorable.
If I notice him, I might help him get up into his chair.
Oh,
That is
okay.
adorable.
Good, because I made a 5.
You fall as you try to scramble into the chair, but then
I pick him up by the armpits and put him in his chair.
thank you. Also, Cassius is
Wow.
the tabaxi,
Such a child.
aka Pisarius.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I mean, what they look like.
Oh.
I freaking forgot.
He looks like a cat person. He is
Oh.
6 foot tall with a pretty average build.
Okay.
He's got tan fur. Like, I guess the best way to compare it to would be like a cougar's fur, kind of like beige tan.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
Than a thundercat, so like a third.
Yeah.
Thunder Kid.
Okay. So
And
would
by
you-
that I mean 2011, not the 80s version.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I get you.
would the Humberto
2011.
group like to describe what they look like, since it appears this tabaxi seems to be squinting his eyes at you?
Oh, I forgot.
I'm not
my
squinting,
eyes.
I'm watching.
Desi is they're freaking tall, like 6'5".
Same height as me.
They're also kind of buff. They have green skin, black eyes, and their hair is braided. Oh, it has 2 like long black braids with like dark green tips on the end. Yeah.
And then I see a kind of short and thick human on your side.
Well, are you referring to the dwarf or the other human? I mean, the human of the
Just a
group.
joke. Now explain them. Explain Rupert and Daniel.
Repeat.
Kami.
I am a giant, black dwarf.
Lies.
Or giant black-haired, black-eyed dwarf.
Is your hair short?
No, it's like long hair.
How long? Oh wait, never mind. I already know.
Yeah, about shoulder length.
And Daniel
He's
is
got facial hair. I see.
What the fuck?
and Daniel is this silver-haired, tanned human. He
I have a very tall midget.
the silver eyes from before was actually the silver eyes that you might have seen before. Actually, a mistake. His eyes are actually a rather deep brown. In fact, it must have been the reflection of his hair that made you think otherwise.
Alright,
I
Shane.
do like his character design, but like for some reason, like the line work or like the shape of his face makes me think of like a My Little Pony character.
I know, right?
Oh.
I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know why.
But
Yeah, I see.
he's dressed in full chainmail, and he holds what appears to be, and he has a holy symbol around his neck of the symbol of the Draconic Pantheon, a dragon with spiraling tails around it. In fact, which point to the idea that he might be a cleric.
I'm rolling history.
Roll religion.
Okay, I'm rolling religion. That is a 21.
Yep, he's definitely a cleric, all right.
Oh, I wanted to know what the symbol was of.
The Draconic Pantheon of it. In fact, there were 12 tales. There were 12 different segments of it to represent the 12 dragon
Hello?
gods.
Oh what?
You cut off.
Cut off?
There are 12.
Okay, there are 12. There are 12. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you now, but you cut off in the
There-
middle of the.
There are 12. There are 12 segments, signifying the 12 gods of the Draconic Pantheon.
Pan.
Cut off at Pantheon.
That's it.
Okay.
What's his god though?
He believes in all 12, but his color schemes seems to denote. There we go. There we go. All right. So,
Shut up, dog!
so starting back off, from what you remember, from your role,
He won't shut up.
Cassius, you remember that the Draconic he lives in the Draconic Pantheon. But based off the coloring of his clothing, and judging by what type of cleric he could possibly be, you realize that he actually belongs to. Where is she? I thought I had her on this list. Give me a second. Yes, you noticed that, and it was not 12, it was 13 to be exact, but he believes in Tamara, the dragon goddess of mercy and healers.
Okie dokie.
So obviously he
Knowledge acquired.
And Daniel notices you staring at him, and he says, something up?
Just looking at your vestments.
Kind of like grips his necklace. He's like, ah.
Wade,
Say that again?
let me roll some insight on why he's gripping his knuckles.
He's gripping the necklace.
Oh, I thought you said knuckles.
Not a necklace.
Ah.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna
You're going to
chill a little at the bar.
All right.
Maybe get a drink, get some water or something. I don't know.
And as we hit that transition point, Humberto, what would you guys like to do as the tabaxi walks over to the bar?
Go refill my tankard.
And Desi?
I'm not drinking, so I'll just chill out.
All right. There we go. All right. Anyway, I had to wait for myself to cut back in. But so transitioning. Decel, you are at the bar. There is a barkeep, a tiefling woman, to see what it looks like. She seems rather frantic somewhat.
Okay. Let me sit up. I talk to her in Infernal. I say, "Hello, are you all right? You
Huh?
seem a little panicked."
Huh? Yeah, I'm fine, sugar. Just kind of frantic because we kind of lost our cook today.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, the half dragon up and quit and everything. He's the best cook that we had, and now we got like a day left of food for today. But I need a new cook by the end of the day, to be honest.
Damn. Well,
Man, I'd look for one, but I'm too busy right now dealing with all this. He says, referring to all the customers.
I see. I have a bit of an important question to ask you. Have you perhaps seen a man who looks like me walk through? Like an older tiefling man?
He kind of like
Answers to the name of Dread.
Kind of thinks about it. I don't know the name Dread, but tieflings have been coming through.
Legendary cook.
The tieflings have been coming through here and there. Most of them are workers, but they don't usually stay here. This is more of a place for the guys who run the merchant stalls. Find more tieflings over in the shanty towns or in the slums, unfortunately, or a few rich folk, as it were, because tieflings do get up there. Unlike me,
Yeah.
I check one of those areas if I were you. In fact, if he was I'm not assuming. I'm just saying this for the record because it's become like common between our people. She is referring to tieflings, since that's what both of you are. She says, the castle slum is probably a good place to check near the Imperator's manor. I know that tieflings like to hang there because they give out free food and everything.
All right.
Yeah, the
I
Imperator gives free.
appreciate the tip.
No problem.
Sorry?
The Imperator gives free food and everything to the people there every day.
That's good.
Yeah.
I appreciate the tip.
No problem. Hey, could you do me a favor, by the way?
Sure.
If you could find a good cook in town, would you mind sending him over to the Red Drake? I just need someone to fill in. It doesn't have to be permanent. I just need someone to fill in for like a couple of days.
All right.
Might I be looking for a specific dragonborn?
I was taking the shit.
And then she kind of wait. Do you say that in character or no?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Chris wouldn't know about it.
I know. I'm just checking. She then says, "Oh, thank you so much."
Yeah.
Yes. Also,
Why don't you sign me up?
Might
as well get a mead real quickly. I pass her a gold piece.
All right. She takes that gold piece and she hands you a mug of mead.
And I drink it.
All right.
Water.
What was that, Car?
Dirty water, he said.
She just stares at you.
I just stare back at her.
Dirty water.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Rhythm left.
Yeah, I think Rhythm just went down.
Rhythm.
She just kind of stares at you and says, "We don't serve dirty water here. We serve clean water."
No, hope so.
He's just not very
Okay.
much of an alcoholic. This is actually quite tasty.
Just checking to make sure. But she then gives you a nice crisp mug of water.
Crisp.
Crisp. How crispy is it?
Crisp. Beetle
Dude.
crisp?
No,
It is heckin' crispy.
Water can be crisp.
Dude.
I've heard people describe it that way. Anyway, it's good.
I know.
I have as well.
It can. He's got the
Alright.
crispiest water.
It tastes
Oh my God,
really,
guys.
really good.
It's the
Dude, I want
crisp
some
one.
crispy water now.
Okay, guys.
Sounds good, honestly.
And now we have
You take it-
officially gone too far.
And as you take a drink of it, it tastes really good. In fact, that'll be a gold piece, please.
No!
Because I don't want him to whine anymore. I give her another gold piece, and then
Thank
yeah,
you.
no problem.
She takes it and just kind of like
Just
sigh.
That's
don't
some
tell any
pricey
barkeep,
water.
please, that whatever they're serving is dirty. You might get punched one of these days.
Can confirm.
Oh,
So I'm down
okay.
to 8 gold pieces.
Sal just stares at Cass and is like, "You're hoping to get in a fight today, aren't you?"
I'm not trying.
Uh-huh.
Wait, he's not trying to do what?
Get my ass beat.
Sure you ain't, boss. There we go. Oh, yeah, look, Rhythm's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you put something in.
I didn't.
Brr.
But she then simply looks at all of you, and then she actually she's not gonna say anything. She's gonna go back to her work. Actually,
Alright.
Alright, ma'am.
I'm a
did anyone else? Well, wait. Did anyone else ask for anything or?
no.
All right, just checking.
I'm gonna go over to Krasin and Desolo and be like, don't you think it's about time we did what we were supposed to do?
What was that again?
Go and meet up.
Saosu asked, "What was that? What were we supposed to do again?"
Pretty sure we were supposed to meet up with a Gaius somewhere in here.
Was that, like, out of character? Was that what we're supposed to do?
I don't know. Pretty sure that's it.
Wait, hold on. Shit.
Rupert, you're at the bar, correct?
I
Cool.
am, yeah.
No, I mean my Humberto group. Who's at the bar currently? Out of curiosity.
Me.
Yeah.
You hear them mention Gaius's name. In fact, if you're over the sound of the rest of the tavern.
Oh, you're supposed to meet that Gaius fellow.
Yeah.
No.
What of it?
Gaius.
Gaius!
Yeah, Gaius is trying to go meet him.
Gaius!
That is
Okay,
him.
no more.
Kami,
Yeah.
Cassius spoke to you.
What did he
I
say?
said we're trying to meet him.
Oh, that is understandable. I believe we're here to meet him too. Is that the
Oh,
guy who we're supposed to meet?
Yes.
I don't think about it. The letter says so. He says, holding up his letter.
Alrighty then. Well, then we're probably supposed to meet him.
yeah. Okay, well I'll see you guys over there then. I'm
Alrighty.
a head out alone, try to find where I can get to Gaius.
Likely destination would be the Dragon Citadel.
Then I'm gonna head. Is that a specific building? I thought that was this entire place.
The Dragon District is what's marked on the map, but it also marks the Dragon Citadel as well.
Okay, well, Cassius is gonna head over there, see if he can meet Gaius.
All right.
Find a spot to chill, cause he wants to do some ASMR.
What? What are you talking about?
What?
Something
I
about
think I
ASMR.
lost most of what that was, but like he wants to do ASMR for what?
He's gonna do some wood carving.
Oh my god.
Hi guys, welcome to ASMR.
Welcome to wood carving ASMR. No talking.
Go back
Wow.
to the world's quietest Let's Play.
Wow. So
Throwback.
what about the rest of you? If anyone said anything, I cut out there.
No, we all just sort of sat here.
Yeah, I said, what will the rest of your group do? Rest of the group do? What groups?
We will go soon after.
I'll finish my maid and then I'll start to go and then I'll be like, do you need help getting down crossing?
No, I got it.
I'm gonna roll deck save.
Roll.
I got it. Yes.
It shouldn't be that hard to get down a chair.
Yeah.
You describe how you get off the chair.
Well, it's pretty high, so I get off. I just push myself off and then land on my feet. Do one of those superhero landings, but it's bad for the knees.
Saosu watches
Nice. Good
watches
reference.
and then gives like a mock.
Roll to not hurt your knees.
Thank you.
Nah,
I try.
Saosu just claps mockingly.
Don't mock me.
That's my job.
Tiny person is.
It doesn't go again. Yep, it did.
Freaking rhythm.
Why does it keep leaving?
Something's
Having
going.
Because
problem.
we didn't actually.
Yeah, something's going on in its end. But all of you leave. All of you eventually end up with each other as you are walking up the path to the Draconic District. And you were stopped at the entrance to the district by a group of Dragon Knight guards, in fact. Alt, it appears to be a Goliath standing at 7 feet tall with with an ancient blue dragon. Well, not an ancient blue dragon, a young blue dragon standing next to him. Did I cut out?
Yeah.
With a young blue dragon standing next to him. He says, "Halt! What is your purpose here? You don't appear to be Dragon Knights."
We've come to meet Gaius.
I'm going to
What was
need
his last name?
Igni.
Igni. Gaius Igni.
He narrows his eyes. I'm going to need evidence to show that you are meant to be here.
I thought it was
Oh,
Gaius Ignis, by the way.
No, Igni.
Let me change my notes.
His
Didn't
dragon.
he give us like a
Yeah,
letter?
I have the letter.
His dragon.
Cassius is gonna hold out the letter. It'd be like,
I hold up our letter.
yeah, me, the kobold, and the tiefling.
We hold up our letters, or rather, did he hold? Yeah.
I think it's just one.
He
Yeah.
says,
So you got it.
I'm going to need to see everyone's letters.
Okay.
Oh,
So
did everyone
okay,
get
well,
got
one?
one?
Everyone got one.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
then we're all
good.
gonna hold our letters.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Saosu
I
just
thought it was just one for the group.
Saosu just mutters, "Shit," as you realize she doesn't have a letter.
Oh
No.
You could. Do you have those friends?
Saosu just kind of looks at you and gives you a look saying, "Shut up."
Okay.
And then he says, that's fine. You guys go in without me. I'll be just fine."
Maybe you should chill at that tavern down there for a while.
I'll do exactly that.
Yeah, we'll meet you back.
Alright, see you later.
And then Saosu walks off. And Daniel says, "Oh, I feel bad for her." Kind of looking.
no! Oh wait, sorry, wrong person. Sorry, Car.
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on. Wait, Keith.
Hmm? What does that mean exactly?
The fuck?
What am I doing?
Oh, roll me a D100, please. Or not go.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, never
Oh
mind.
no, just me, because I'm the wild mage here.
No, I was making a
wild
joke.
mage.
I was making a joke because I was actually gonna roll my D100, but okay.
25. Let me see the shirt.
It's not that. It's not that.
Oh, it's not?
Do you see? You notice that there's some construction going on near one of the district walls, and one of the scaffolding just collapses.
No!
No one's on it, thankfully.
Ooh.
Keith, I just for shits and giggles rolled my D100.
You rolled your D100 that what?
Something rearranges it.
I'm freaking done.
Okay, so Decelo, like, he's pretty sure that was him, and so he puts up his hood and he's just gonna fucking walk on.
Before you walk on, the guard just says, "Well, you've got all of your letters. Thank you." And he seems rather more respectful now that you've shown authentication that you're meant to be, and he says, "Go right on in, please."
Give a curt
Okay.
nod, walk past.
Thank you.
No problem.
Oh.
It is an honor to be invited by a Dragonite, usually, as he says as you walk past.
Oh, yes.
Is it?
Mhm.
Thank you.
And you walk in.
Thank you.
You walk into the Draconic District, and the first thing that you notice is that if there's one place that emanates Draconic energy, it's this place. Every few seconds, you can
So
hear
much draconic.
You can hear dragons roar, some flying and battling in the sky, while others perform tricks or roar to signal other dragons. You see people across the roads, serving as shopkeepers with dragons by their sides. You see construction going on where you see certain dragons using their breath to help with the building. You even can peek into smithies and see dragons lighting the furnaces and stuff like that. It seems like a place where draconic and mortal kind can live in unity for the most part.
Hey, they got
They got what?
legendary dragon wood
No.
to craft draconic wooden objects.
Nope.
No.
They don't.
By accident, I totally forgot to mention.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
do.
just low as a tail.
Yeah, they do not have any legendary materials.
Oh no, I just want dragon wood. Wood blessed by a dragon.
That's not how it works, but no.
Wait, what is dragonwood?
Dragon wood's not a thing. It'd just be normal wood.
Oh.
It's specific types of wood. There's no wood that's specific to dragon.
That would be cool though.
It would be, but
I imagine it would be very long wood.
I want wood grown from a tree that was next to a dragon nest.
What, so
It's
you have
blessed.
a bunch of dragon poo on it?
No, it has dragon magic and poo.
And
Well,
poo.
yeah, it'd be fertilized by.
Yeah, so
By
it's
the dragon poo.
powerful. It's empowered.
I'll keep that in mind.
Why did I picture Fleck as I was saying, yeah, the dragon poo?
I'll just keep that in mind.
The dragons
What?
produce the best plants.
All because of their poo.
Their magic mulch.
Magic mulch.
Daniel just wow. So you're walking along this street, and Daniel says, "Wow, yeesh, I feel bad for anyone who has a fear of dragons in this place."
They probably shouldn't be here if they're afraid of that. I mean, you can see the giant dragon head on the gate out there.
And you walk, and he says, "Yeah, you're right." Oh wait, which gate did you guys come through?
Wasn't it the out of character? It was the southern one, right?
North.
We
Why
were
is the
not.
map flipped around?
I literally marked which direction each part was.
A weird angle. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna say we came in the northern gate.
Oh, Oh, you know whose gate it was? Ours was Gus's, I think. He says, looking over at the group.
I.
Yes.
Ours was Mercurio's.
Oh, the Black Dragon guy.
Yeah.
Not a fan, to be honest.
But yeah.
Especially since it's causing trouble for us now. He says before covering his mouth. Never mind.
That is true.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Tesla slightly less shook now than before.
That's good.
He takes his hood back. So,
By the way, it's Mercurio with an E, not an A, right?
You can look on
Or
the
is it
map to see.
Mercurio?
You can look on the map and click the black castle to see how it's spelled. As a reference.
I was just wondering if that was a misspell or not.
I.
Castle. Oh, Mercurio. Yep, I spelled it right.
Okay.
Ow, my dick. There we go.
My bad. My schoolwork and that bad.
So, and then in the distance, you see a fortress swarming with dragons, even more so than the district itself. And you see,
Swarming like a beehive.
yes, and you see,
It's a beehive, but dragons. It's a dragon hive.
and you see,
Wow.
you see 13 spires. You see 13 spires standing around the fortress, each one with a dragon on top.
I wonder what those are for.
Each one looking specific. In fact, you even notice a multi-headed dragon on there.
Whoa.
Multi-heads?
Mm-hmm. But only
They got everything around here.
But the
Except dragonwood.
and then you notice that Daniel looks kind of weirded out when he sees the multi-headed dragon statue. He's like, that's not meant to be there.
It looks pretty cool.
It's not?
That you guys know who that is, right?
Nope.
I think so.
Wait, let me roll history.
Roll
Let
religion.
me. Oh, religion.
Yo,
I
holy
roll-
shit, 26.
I roll
Let's
history.
go, my earbud.
You have to roll religion.
Okay,
Oh,
I roll
religion.
religion.
You can
Nat
roll,
20.
if you want to figure out who he's referring to, the multi-headed dragon, you can roll religion for it. So
Okay, I rolled a 14 on religion.
Oh, religion's the same.
So what did everyone else get? Just to be clear.
Nat 20.
14.
14. Oh. Hey, what happened to Desi?
What?
Heck, I don't know.
Cookie, hold on. I gotta add her.
Decilo, Desi. Low.
Where did.
Cookie?
Welcome back.
Yeah, what? Everybody roll religion, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's what. Oh yeah, I got a lot in religion. What the fuck is that? Oh, okay, that is a
Yo, what the
number.
fuck? Is that a fucking cat?
22.
It's a heckin' tabaxi.
All right.
Blink, motherfucker.
Thanks to this being a group thing, you are all welcome back, Rhythm.
Fucking rhythm, man.
It's sentient.
Anyway,
Sentient.
so you all
Sentient
are able to get this because thankfully this is a group check. That statue in particular is Tiamat, the lawful evil goddess of greed, vengeance, evil dragons, chromatic dragons, and the sister of Bahamut.
Oh, shit.
From what you remember, she's so evil that she actually doesn't exist in the same mode as other dragons. She is stuck in the 9 hells, in fact.
Like right now.
She
Yes.
got 9 heads.
Like as we speak.
The legends say that she was sealed that in order for her other dragon brethren to stop her, they sealed her in the 9 hells on the first layer. never
My
to
God.
return.
How many heads?
Give me a second of that, because I actually do have how many heads written down.
Should it be 4?
Nope.
7.
7?
D5.
Well, we...
Well, it's for them. It's for all the different types of dragons. In fact, nope. It is actually 5 heads.
9. 5. Dango.
Black, blue, green, red, and white.
Well, that's pretty cool. I wonder if she's got like 5 different brains, consciousnesses.
I'd assume that because
The books say that she's actually one consciousness, just spread across 5 different people. Because we always refer to her as one singular person.
Interesting.
But yeah, for the Dragon Knights to have her have a statue, kind of weirds me out because she's evil.
Yeah, something seems a bit wrong about that.
What if they're talking about a different multi-headed dragon?
And as you guys were having this conversation, you guys neared the Dragon Citadel, and you hear a voice say, "Well, it's not a different one. It actually is Tiamat." As Gaius comes walking up to you guys.
Hi,
there you go.
Gaius.
Then why is it Tiamat?
Well, we revere all 13 dragons, regardless if they're good, evil, or neutral.
Interesting. Interesting.
Hey, not all Dragon Knights are good people.
Not all people are good people and all that, yeah.
Kilbatorix.
And then
People die when they're killed.
And
People
then
die when they
Why
get
did you have to
People
put
die
that
when
at
they
this
kill.
point in time?
oh my god.
Gaius.
So Gaius says, "I'm glad that all of you." Well, he kind of looks around. He says, "The majority of you made it. I guess the other group got sidetracked."
Someone
Yeah,
else.
we got ambushed on the road.
Oh no.
But
There was another group?
oh yes, another group from a situation in Ragus. That's nothing to worry about.
Ow!
Hope they're all right.
I bet they are. Also, why them? Is Rhythm playing for anybody? Out of curiosity,
No.
No.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, I don't hear. No, there's no green line around it, so no.
There we go.
There we go.
All right,
There we go.
and and he simply says, "Well, since you all are here, and we kind of have to do this now, welcome to the Draconic Citadel." And he motions over to the fortress swarming with dragons. Home, the Dragon Knights.
Cassius just kind of nods approvingly of the big old building. Do you guys have a library here?
Yeah, but I wouldn't suggest wandering. So I was looking at all of you. We usually don't allow non-Dragon Knight visitors or or visitors that aren't allowed.
I gotta visit that library sometime, though.
Maybe Magister Eratus can get you in there. You'll have to meet with him, in fact.
Heck yeah, that's something to keep track of. Eratus it was?
Yes.
Can you tell me how to spell that out of character?
Eratus.
No.
Okay, Eratus.
Did you spell it the way I think you spelled it?
Yes, I did.
Aratus.
Eratus.
And he said,
What? A radish.
and then
A radish.
and then he says,
There's a rat on my shoulder.
"If you guys will follow me," he says, walking. You notice that this dragon is strangely absent.
Where your dragon
I'll
at,
follow.
Oh, Ignis, he's resting right now.
boy?
I've been
Does he still not want me to give him a hug?
No, Gaius says, looking at you.
Okay.
Look, Ignis isn't a fan of hugs, like I said before.
Okay.
And Gaius kind of sad and says, maybe another dragon will let you, possibly.
Doubt.
That's hopeful.
And Gaius
Looks a bit happier at that comment.
And Gaius leads you guys through the citadel, and you see a lot of dragon knights say, "Hey guys, Gaius, hey guys, Gaius, hey, you still owe me for yes, yes, I know, Gaius, when we're doing the thing later on."
So popular.
Well, not really, he says, looking back at you all. I'm just,
Bless you.
it's just because I'm a noble. Dragon knight nobles usually get noticed around here more.
Hmm.
Everyone wants one in the family, he says.
Makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah. And you guys start, and he's like, and then he walks, and you guys walk over to like this room that has a blue dragon sigil on the bottom, and there's like a person standing there. He says, "Location, top of the tower. Here to see Magister Primus." He says, okay, I know exactly what you're here for. And then he snaps his fingers, and this blue light starts to shine upward, and you all get shot up towards the ceiling.
Oh.
But you stop.
Beam me up, Scotty!
You stop right before you hit it. Land on a blue dragon symbol that appears there now, and he says, and the guy kind of goes, "I should have warned you about that."
No, you didn't. You did that on purpose.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, well, a little bit.
It was shiny though, wasn't it? It was
Shut up.
shiny though, wasn't it?
Shut up. It's not funny.
And then he
It's a little bit funny.
and then he leads you guys into what appears to be the secretary room. As you notice a woman with silver eyes just sitting at a table, just kind of like looking at the paper. Says, she kind of looks up at you through her glasses and says, "Oh, Gaius, are they here for? Yeah, they're here to see the magister. Huh? Go right ahead." And Gaius looks at you guys and says, "Well, this is where I leave you.
All right.
Fortunately, duty calls," he says as he pats his helmet.
I'll see you
Bye.
around, guys.
Yeah, yes.
Later, guy.
He kind of like walks over to the room that you guys just got shut up in. And he says, "Yeah, see you guys later," and then he just drops off.
Bye.
And you guys are left in a rather large audience room in a way, with just the secretary sitting at her desk as she's continuing writing on papers.
Guess we're head.
There's a big door behind her to her right, which would be right in front of you guys. That probably leads to the magister's office.
Let's head in. Enter. Off.
So you push the door open, and you are greeted to this magnificent sight as you see this room carved perfectly from marble. And not just any normal marble. This seems like it was carved by draconic fire, in fact. As you see intricate sigils carved into the walls and symbols all over the room. And there's a few windows here and there that show the entire city of Hersa in the distance. And you see this brown-skinned man with slight wrinkles who appears to be talking to a blue hologram. He says, "For the last time, I don't need your help with this. There's no weird situation going on right now. We don't need the council's help." And you hear a voice saying, "Well, if you're sure, I'm just here to make sure that things are going well. That is partially my domain, after all." And he says, yeah, you and the council want to make sure everything's going right," he says, quoting. And he simply says, "Now could you leave? I have guests I'd like to greet." "All right, if that's what you wish. Farewell, Aratus." Yeah, whatever. "Goodbye, Counselor Darius." And then he shuts off the hologram as he looks towards your group. And then he looks at you all and says, and then he bows to all of you and says, "It's a pleasure to meet you all."
I'ma bow back and say, "Pleasure to meet you too."
My name is, well, I am Magister Primus Aratus. I lead the Dragon Knights, in fact.
Oh
Oh,
wow. That seems like a pretty big station.
No, give me a second, real quick.
America.
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 Yeah, that's where I thought they were going to. That's 100% where I thought they were going as well.
Shut up. Shut the up.
Shut up.
Shut
Shut up.
Shut the up.
Shut your up.
Shut Europe? Why would we want to shut Europe?
Everybody
Shut
shut your
Europe.
traps.
Shit your trips or shit it for you.
What the fuck was that?
What?
Europe.
Damn.
Shut your freaking...
Alright, apologies about that.
Whoa, language.
So, he says, yes, it is a rather large job, and it's even more stressful now that I have other matters to deal with.
Oh no.
So, seems like everybody here got scouted by Gaius to help you out with all the rebellions and such that's been happening.
Not exactly a rebellion. Please, take a seat, he says as he motions to a table nearby that has enough. It seems like a meeting room chair. I mean, meeting room table, as there's enough chairs for a large amount of people, probably about a dozen.
Like the Justice League table.
Kinda, yeah.
Dude, I want to roll Arcana to see if all the sigils and stuff carved into the room are magical.
Roll Arcana.
Let me just bring up my Arcana. I don't have it memorized.
Give me them
What are you
toes.
That's a
checking for?
16.
Well, this entire room is magical, to be honest. It was made from dragon fire, so you can't really tell.
So magic.
Of course, Magister Errata sits at the head of the table, as he would.
Magister who?
Magister Errata.
Erotus.
Let me just call him by his name. Primus.
It
Primus.
sounded like erotic,
whoa.
and I was like, what?
Primus.
Erotica.
Primus
Erotic.
sits at the
You
head
You
of the
dare
table.
insult biggest dickest?
Oh my god. Primus sits at the head of the table, and he simply watches as you all join him.
Yeah, sit down.
Yeah.
Is the table hot?
No.
Like you,
Okay.
Crescent.
Oh,
Wait,
do I need to
which
help
type
him
of
into his chair?
which type of hot were you referring to?
Like the table's hot?
Card doesn't answer.
Yeah.
Ah,
Hot
Yes,
yeah.
that's the answer.
Oh my god.
Does Craston need help in his chair?
Actually,
No.
actually, the chair is easy to climb into. It actually has some. It appears to be some step stools carved into it. All of them do, in fact.
Aw, that's so nice. They made it for all the races.
And as you all sit down, he kind of like stands up straight and says, "Well, to be frank, I'll just be blunt. Lallis is not in a good situation right now.
You don't say.
Oh please,
Yeah.
oh please, these matters and this black dragon is nothing new. We've dealt with it like before, but it comes at a difficult time for us, as you know, the Imperator died some time ago. So many still wonder how or who killed him, and to that which we have no answers. And with his brother here, there's been controversy, to say the least. As he simply sighs. Of course, all of you know about how rural areas are being no longer funded, and how slavery has made a return.
Yeah.
Damn slavery.
Yes, unfortunately.
Kind of fucking looks away.
Yeah. And now they blame the Imperator for this, which doesn't make sense because it's the Assembly's fault. But if they want to think something, go right ahead. But anyway, so I'm saying, but yes, Lallis is not in a good place right now, and the Dragon Knights, Well, with the Dragon Knight no longer being the Imperator of Lalis, we're in a tough situation right about now. Because everyone's eyes are on us, in fact. Everyone's eyes are on
What?
Oh, I cut out, yeah. Everyone's eyes are on us because if one thing goes wrong, the entire order could be seen as less than suitable for being protectors of Lalis. And this black dragon business doesn't help us much, considering this happened under our watch.
So, what do you want us to do about it?
Well, currently, well, Gaius, before you all got here, was doing some research for me, and he's discovered that this black dragon group has indeed infiltrated Hersa, and they're probably planning something.
Oof.
And as you all have seen as you all have seen in Humberto and Guihe, it's usually not good for the people here.
Yep.
But our hands are tied as the Dragon Knights are too public to make a move. However, and he looks at all of you, some good adventurers that just happen to come here and help the people aren't as noticeable.
So you want to keep this operation quiet.
Yes.
All right.
Thankfully, not many will mark your presence here in the district, as you are not as there have been people who have visited before, so you will be able to keep a low profile if it were the case. But and then he leans forward. I'd like you all to find this black dragon sect that's in Hersa. I'd like you to deal with them. If you capture any, that is up to you. I prefer them all dead myself, but
information is always valuable.
Well, you do have a
See
cleric.
what we can find.
Well, you do have a cleric who can do that for you, he says, looking at Daniel. Daniel's like, yeah. Kind of looks away. And then he looks at you.
I'm guessing he's referring to some sort of spell that lets clerics interrogate spirits.
The dead, actually.
The dead.
The dead?
Dead?
He's referring to a spell.
Nani?
He's referring to a spell that allows clerics to interrogate the dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
And Daniel seems rather uncomfortable by it, but then Primus continues. I'd like you all to begin today, if that's quite all right. I fear when they will start moving, so I'd like this to be done with as quick as possible.
Oh, but of course.
You have any leads that you've obtained beforehand?
Gaius has an informant that hangs out at the Red Drake. A man named what was it? And he pulls out what appears to be some notes. And he says, and he kind of like thumbs through them and he says, Gaius, what have you been up to? And then he goes, Secedit in tenebris nominis umbra, as he likes to be called, Umbra.
I'm gonna need you to spell that out, my dude. Unless you're just talking about Umbra.
He's known as Umbra, but his full name would be...
Jeez, that is a name.
Yep.
Out of character. That is a name.
He's a tabaxi, a charlatan who works out of the city. Recently, Gaius had him as an informant. He allows him to keep doing his criminal activities as long as he gives us information. Gaius noted that he might know something about some goings on in the city, as we have noted that there have been some strange things going on. The Colosseum is another good place, as in fact a match was cancelled today because an entire team just quit. So that's something else to note.
A match to what?
A gladiator match was planned for today, but an entire team quit before it could occur.
Hmm.
Well, I got a bit I got a question about this Umbra fellow. Do you know if he's Romian or Hansu or Rusanic?
He's Romian from the name.
That is true.
From what I hear,
you
he's been keeping a low profile these past few years. No one knows why.
Okay.
And he's simply
Well, that's a pretty good lead you got there.
yes. There's that. So the tavern's probably a likely place to look. So is the Colosseum. But to be honest, you could find leads anywhere. To be quite frank, as someone has noticed something. It's up to you how you choose to go about this matter.
All right. Well, I guess we'll get to looking unless you got anything else to say, or anyone's got any questions. Hello?
As
No.
for the Coliseum team, where can we find them?
The Colosseum team is nowhere to be found, but the owner of the team, Queso, I believe his name was, he can be found at the Imperador's Colosseum.
Okay,
Yes.
I give him a small thumbs up. Bling!
And then
and how much shinies are we getting paid?
I was wondering when you would bring that up, Pyma says as he kind of smiles. None of you mentioned it, which I found quite odd.
Money doesn't matter to
Trust
me.
me, I'll always mention it.
Cassius just kind of smiles to himself a little bit.
I knew Captain Shiny over here would ask, so I didn't feel the need to.
Shut up!
How much did Gaius pay you?
Cassius smiles if you want to know more. That's okay too.
I cut out there. What happened?
Cassius just kind of like smirks to himself when he mentions being paid.
Primus asks, how much did Gaius pay you?
He gave us approximately 10 platinum.
He rolls his eyes. Nobles, I swear. Anyway, how does 20 sound?
That sounds great to me. I can't speak
20
for everyone here.
platinum?
Yes.
That sounds good, although there is some other stuff I'm a little more interested in.
However, it doesn't have to be in coin, mind you. It can be in items as well.
That sounds good to me.
Of course, you'll receive this payment after we have confirmed that you have completed your task.
Makes
Oh,
sense.
wait, how much did he say?
He said
20
20 platinums in either coin or items.
Okay.
Or a combination.
Okay.
Or the combination of the two. And he says, oh, 20 platinum then? And either items, coin, or both?
Works for me.
Yeah.
Does it work for the rest of you?
28.
$21.
Wait. You said 25, right?
I said 20.
Oh, I thought you said 25. Damn.
Yeah, he said 20 platinum.
22.
21 and 5 gold.
Sold. Thank you.
There is one other thing I'd like to ask for.
What is that?
After we complete our mission, I was wondering if you'd let me visit your library a bit.
That would be rather unorthodox. We do have knowledge that we like to keep to ourselves.
Well, maybe you could give me an attendant or a follower, so to say, just to tell me not to look at certain ones.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
And then Primus stands and says, I thank you for accepting this task. I wasn't kind of saddened that the others have not shown up yet, as one of them is a rather good dragon knight who'd be willing to help you in this matter. I cut out there.
Nothing. I just said they'll show up.
Someone says, "Oh, hopefully they do." Anyway, I'll leave you to your business.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
Let's just start our quest.
Yeah.
May Bahamut guide your way.
Mm-hmm.
And Daniel says, "And may tomorrow yours."
What did I miss?
You are getting paid 20.
Bahamut cultists.
You're being paid 21 platinum and 5 gold to hunt down the Black Dragon Order within a Hersa. This can be coins, items, or a combination of the two.
$21 platinum and 5 gold, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Do I add that right now?
No, he's going
No.
to give it to you at the end of your assignment.
Oh, okay. Alright.
And then he said goodbye by saying, "May Bahamut guide you." And Daniel, the cleric of your group, said, "And may tomorrow guide you." And then he gestures for you all to leave.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Head over to the weird levitation elevator.
You guys walk onto the blue platform, I assume?
Beam me
Yeah.
up, Scotty.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
As you fall straight down towards the ground.
And it was a TPK.
And you land. And you are allowed to leave.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you guys want to split up, or all go to the tavern and look for Umbra? Or what?
I mean, we can split up, I guess. We can split up.
If you wanna. He said
It would give us the best
Coliseum
area to
Tavern.
search.
Was that?
Yeah.
It would give us the best area of search.
Alright.
Where would you guys want to meet up at? Daniel asks.
The center of the market. That way, if we're followed, we can, deal with them.
Which one? Daniel
that's a good
asks. Which one? Daniel asks cheekily.
Right outside that tavern we met at earlier.
Okay.
Okay.
The Maria Market?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright. So,
Guess we gotta divvy up.
alright, in that case. So who's going where?
I want to go to the Coliseum.
Alright, Crass
You're
is
just gonna leave South-Sue?
Well, I'm gonna find Chelsea first, yeah, probably. It's a good idea. I thought, she'd be on the way, because I think, isn't the Red Dragon Tavern on the way, or no?
It's back at the market, so that is one of your destinations. It's near the Coliseum, actually.
Okay, yeah, so I'm planning to go there, and then shoot on over to the Coliseum, do all that thing.
Alright. Others?
I guess I'll probably be one of the only people to stay at the tavern and look out for other tabaxis.
Alright, Decilo, Desi, and Rupert. Where would you all be headed?
Longbottom.
Longbottom.
What other options?
You can search around wherever you like, but Primus said that notable ones were the tavern, where Umber's hanging out, a charlatan who works out some criminal activities there apparently, and the Coliseum, where an entire gladiator team just quit out of the blue.
I'd head towards the Colosseum.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Alright, and Decilo.
They want to fight.
I'll go to the tavern where Umbra is.
Alright. Alright, with that, who would like to go first?
I just flip a coin. Echo.
Let Smoot go first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I go
Sweet.
first.
Alright. So, Krasen, what's funnily enough, when you guys are, just real quick, when you guys are heading out on your end to head towards the tavern, you find Sao Su hanging out at one of the buildings outside, just kind of like twirling a dagger. Goes, oh, you guys are
Does he
done?
got blood on it?
No, he doesn't have blood on it.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. She slides it into one of her dagger sheaths. He says, I was getting bored.
Mm-hmm. Let's go do some interesting thing.
Cool, works for me. Where we headed?
To to the Colosseum.
Call
That's a
Ah,
SpongeBob voice.
Smackdown.
I'm so glad you got out there. Says, nice, let's do this. And with that, so starting off with the tavern group, you guys head towards the tavern. You head in. Oh yeah, Daniel went with the tavern group, by the way.
Oh, he's with us, the unknowns.
Yeah, he thought it was a good idea considering that you guys would have enough people.
Okay. I guess he doesn't know that there's gonna be combat at the Colosseum.
You guys head into the tavern, and once again, all that different stuff, all this stuff that I mentioned before, the amount of people, the drinks, the barkeep looking antsy, and there's that game over there that's still going on.
Are there a bunch of tabaxi in there?
You can't tell. There's a lot of people piling in. They appear to be people of all different varieties of races.
There are tabaxis in that group?
Not from what you can tell.
There's no Umbra there. Okay.
Dude, not from what you can tell. I'm gonna go towards the game.
Yeah, what the heck is the game?
Strength check, please, to push through the crowd.
Strength. My lowest stat. Okay, just a check.
Yep.
My saving throw is the same.
It's a
That's
critical
a
hit.
19, my boy.
Nat 20 and 19. You were able to easily glide through the crowd as you reach the front, and you see this black tabaxi playing a game of cards against this Goliath and half orc. He says, and you notice that the pot is big. Like you see about 500 gold in this pot.
Echo.
That's a lot of shinies.
And he looks at all of you, and he looks at the Goliath and half orc. He's like, "Ready, boys? Born ready. There's no way you're gonna beat this." And then one of them throws down their cards and says, "Full house." Says, "God damn it!" As the other guy had a pair of twos, and you notice that the tabaxi kind of smirks as he puts down his cards. It's a royal flush.
I knew it.
And all of them like, God damn it! As the tabaxi snickers and takes all the gold. Oh boys, it's been fun, but I think I just cleared you out. Hold up. No, there's no way you got that royal flush. I'm just lucky, my guy. And he just has a smirk on his face. Unless, of course, and then he looks at him and says, "You want to call me a cheater?" And the area just kind of goes still when he says that. And the half orc's just kind of like, he notices everyone staring at him. He's like, whatever. And then he walks away. And the Goliath looks at him too, and it looks like he's about to draw his sword. And you see the tabaxi just pull out just say, really? You really want to do that? Let me see your arm. I think you should stay away, friend. I said, let me see your arm. And as soon as he reaches for the tabaxi pulls out a pistol and aims him straight at his face. I said, don't touch me.
It's a Han Solo.
And he says, and he looks at him and says, you won't do it. And the Umber says, And then he pulls the trigger and blows the Goliath's brain out.
Whoa.
Wowie.
Howie.
And then the
Plot
Goliath just drops to the ground dead. And Umber's like...
That's a lot of damage on a pistol.
And Umber just blows the smoke out of his gun and says... And sees the people looking at him and says, what? You gotta stare at me. You gotta clean this shit up. And they all just kind of like mutter together as one of them drags the body out.
Is that a level 0 Goliath I see?
Okay, I'm fine.
And he kind of just like reloads the pistol real quick before putting it away. He's like, and looks over his gun. And he's like, and you see him slide it all into this bag, but the bag doesn't seem to grow as he slides the money in, as he closes it up.
Pretty obvious what that
Violated
is.
the law.
Does anyone else want to play a
That's-
game? And the crowd kind of parts as they all leave. It's, come on, you cowards.
Man, you just shot a guy. Hell no.
Okay, I'ma come up and say I am here for a game. I'm here for the other thing to do.
And Ember looks at him and says, "Well, I don't know you, friend."
I don't know you either.
And he says, And so why should I talk to you? Is the question here.
Because you could make some money.
See,
Of course, you're making.
I got it.
Provide
I got enough money. He says,
Well, I can offer you other stuff.
I got a question.
What?
What brings you to me? Most people don't seek me out unless they got reference somehow, and you don't seem like the type to be interested in my line of work.
To what?
You don't seem like the type of guy to be interested in my line of work.
Well, yeah. I'm just here because you want to know my reference, you said?
He wants to know who told you about him, because that's the only way people find out about him.
I found out about you through the Dragon Knights.
And he kind of like hisses, "Quiet down, you're gonna get me killed," says, glaring at you.
Okay. I'm a whisper. You want to take this somewhere private?
If you know what I'm saying.
Follow me to my
So you
room.
know what the fuck.
And he stands up and he walks over to there's a private area for richer guests, obviously. And you notice that this guy is wearing fine clothing as he walks into the private area, and it appears like a tiefling, what you would call a bouncer, is about to stop you guys. But then Umber says, "They're with me." He says, "Got it, boss," and you guys are allowed back there.
Yeah.
And he sits down at one of the circle tables in a corner area, and he says, "So, what brings you to me?"
Well, me and my little group here are looking for those black dragon people.
That merry band of murderers I've been hearing about lately.
Yep.
Yeah, they've been causing scale over with Alice and been making the criminal groups here richer.
They've been killing some people they shouldn't have.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, more people die, more people need protection. And where do you think they get it from when they can't trust the guards?
You think the underworld, of course.
Number says, and that's my speciality. So yeah, I've been hearing a bit about this Black Dragon group. I heard rumors that they might be in Hersa. That true?
Potentially.
Ah,
That's what I'm coming to you for.
that would explain some of the. Roll insight for me, by the way.
Okay.
Decelo, you
It's
as
a
well,
plus
if you
2.
want.
That's a nat 1. My
Roll
boy.
what?
Insight.
I don't know what he's saying. He seems like he's kind of happy about existing. And he's angry that he won so much money. I don't heckin' know. I rolled a nat 1.
16.
Decelo, you can tell that he's playing coy, basically. Like, he knows exactly what you guys are talking about and what you guys need. He's playing a con here, from what it looks like.
So he knows about what the Black Dragon guys are doing?
He could be.
Shit, how do I wanna go about this? What can I like say is like giving away that he knows more?
Would anyone like to help? Would anyone like to help from the peanut gallery?
Just yell at him.
Car, Cookie, got me. Any of you guys got
What?
suggestions?
I was about to say I'm not in this. I don't know what I would say.
Yeah.
I
But
don't know. I'm not good.
Just say something like "get to the point."
I
Get to the
think you know more
fucking
than you're
point.
letting on.
you're a smart one. And then he says, cute too. He says, give it a wink.
What?
Before
Don't flirt.
Get winked on, fucker.
Okay. Sure. I can.
and then
Sure.
and then Umber continues as he says, yeah, I do know more. I do know. I might know the link to some strange happenings around town. But I don't give that for free, he says.
Yeah.
What do you want?
So is there anything specific you want in exchange?
There's a messenger, royal one, not a royal one, a noble one, about to come through the market. I need you to get a letter from him for me. He's not going to be inclined to give it up, but I think you'll handle him just fine. He says, looking up at you.
Jeez, we gotta shake a dude down.
After all, what?
After all, you guys look like the sort who can handle one itty bitty merchant. No, give me a second.
I can pinch it off then.
Yep.
He probably paused the episode.
So, what about that airline food?
It's
What
like
What about that airplane?
2 biscuits, and by biscuits I mean graham cracker cookies you dip in your tea.
Mm-hmm. So, guys, Oreo is putting out a new mystery flavor.
Why you want mystery? Just do sugar flavor.
I
You know
liked
about
the
the-
last one. It
the
was
last
like
one-
Fruity Pebbles.
The last one was Fruity Pebbles, and I legitimately go, "This is Fruity Pebbles."
Yeah.
Same.
Wow. Okay, I'm back.
Like my sister thought it was fucking Fruit Loops, and I'm like,
No, it's Fruity
no,
Pebbles, man.
it's
Well,
Fruity fucking Pebbles.
oof.
Same thing.
So, and so Umber simply says, "You guys can handle that for me, can't you?"
Mm.
Probably.
Maybe.
Oh, well. Why don't you guys get right on that for me?
Yep. And in exchange, you'll give us the location of the Black Dragon.
I'll tell you more information that you need. I'll tell you what you need to know about the Black Dragons. The exact location, I don't know how is that. After all, the criminals, while they like the idea of them going around causing trouble, we don't. No, a second again. Why is it calling me again?
Alright. Fucking go get it.
Anyway, yeah. While the group does cause us to get a bit of an income, we don't like the fact that they are causing. We don't exactly condone them. You hear? So we wouldn't know where
do
they're.
seem-
So we wouldn't know where
seem
they're set up
somewhat-
exactly.
They do seem somewhat indiscriminate in their action.
Yes. Anyway, have fun getting me that letter.
So a noble in Maria's market.
A noble messenger in Maria's market is going to come through, and you need to get a letter from him.
Okay.
You guys head out to the market, and after about an hour or so, after about 15 minutes or so, it's about to hit noon now, and that's when a messenger happens to start walking through the market. Seems in rather bit of a hurry. Seems like he looks like a human.
Out of character. Which one of us has the highest stealth again? I have +5.
I have 7.
Daniel has a +3, but he's wearing chainmail, so he's got disadvantage on that.
What about
So I have the highest.
Cress? Oh, right, that's right. Cress is not here.
Well,
Wah,
I'm a...
wah.
1 second. How long does that even last?
Okay.
Oh, an hour, yeah. Well, as he's kind of heading through, I'm gonna take a step into a nice side alley and cast disguise self.
Alright, what are you gonna disguise yourself as?
I'm gonna disguise myself as Dragonborns are pretty normal here, right?
Nope.
No,
At the Miglia. Half dragons are common though.
half dragons. Then I guess I'll just disguise myself as a human,
Mm-hmm.
a Romian human,
Alright.
Kidding me.
similar height and all that.
Alright. Anything particular about this Romian human, or just a Romian human?
He's got his eyes are green. He's got brown hair, and other than that, he's just kind of wearing normal clothing, like he's just a random dude off the street.
Alright. With that, you cast Alter Self. And what would you like to do?
Okay, let me take that spell slot out. I'ma say to Dusilo and Daniel. So you guys may want to wait in the side a little bit.
You sure you don't need a distraction while you take it from him?
Oh, I mean, if you want me to do that as well, that's a good idea.
I mean, I could provide, or rather, me and Daniel could provide a distraction if that's what you needed.
Yeah.
I hope you guys can do well then.
And Daniel's like, well, I can always pull out the fanatical cleric act.
We
If
could
you
do
want,
get help.
you guys decide that amongst yourself.
We could do get help.
Get help.
What's get help? Daniel says.
Should I be the one like you're asking to get help because you're the cleric, dude?
He's actively confused right now.
Like I pretend I'm hurt or injured, and you like cart me around, like over your shoulder or something, like yelling, "Get help!"
Wouldn't it look a bit weird considering you know what? He's probably too stupid to notice. Yeah, let's go with that.
All right, and Dusilo is gonna like play dead.
Roll deception for me.
Okay. Deception is great.
That's a charisma. Machismo.
No!
Oh,
That's a 6! No!
you're breathing pretty heavily there.
So
Jesus.
Daniel carries you over to this man. He's like, please, sir, can you help me? My friend, he's been horribly injured. I need to get him to somewhere. And the messenger kind of looks startled. He's like, what? And he kind of looks at you and says, well, your friend looks rather fine there.
Can I like stealth up to him now and try to snatch his letter?
Wait, if he notices that I'm not looking like hurt, and I'm all like, I like mouth to this guy, help me. Like, I don't know who this guy is.
And the messenger's kind of like thrown off by that. He's like, I think it'd be best if I. And Cassie, if you're gonna do something, you may roll for it.
Okay, well, I want to snatch his letter.
Roll sleight of hand.
All right. That's 18.
As he's backing away from these two, you are able to easily take a letter from his pocket as he walks away.
And like, as soon as I notice that he's taken it, well, do I notice he's taken it?
You
roll perception.
Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to be sneaky on it.
Or rather, would you give us a signal?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna just head over to you guys and be
He'll
like,
just caw.
I don't
Yes.
I
Or rather,
go
he would
meow.
Car, you're
No.
triggering my
Wow.
PTSD.
Wow.
Okay, and so like I and then I like I'm fine, and then I run away.
So I give him a thumbs
And
up
then
and just
Dan
kind
can
of.
run away, I guess.
I mean, the other dude went away too, right?
Like I
Yeah,
spring up and I
messenger just-
run.
The messenger just like looked at you and just like kind of like bolted away.
He's like, okay.
He's like, yeah, and left.
Hmm. Well, I'ma just as Daniel and Desolo are just kind of getting sorted out. I'm gonna stuff that letter in my bag of holding. Find a nice secret-y place to go undisguise.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any secret place where I can turn back without anybody watching me, like
Well,
an
there's-
alley?
It was the alley where you were at before.
I go into the alley and I make sure no one's watching me.
No one seems to be watching you.
Okay, then I'm gonna turn back into a cat. Now a cat man.
Catman.
And you walk back into the market?
Well, I guess so. I'll do that.
Alright. And Daniel says, we really could have done that better.
Well, it's not like this is my area of expertise.
Is there even a guy in this group that is good at that? He says, looking at the two of you.
What did he say?
He said, is there even a guy in this group who is good at that?
I don't know,
What?
maybe. I mean, it could. Rupert. Did he tell me his name, by the way?
Yes.
Oh,
Good at
Rupert
what?
Longbottom could be good at that for all I know.
Good at what?
Basically deception.
Oh, well,
Oh, I was talking about just general stealing stuff.
Oh yeah, that too.
+4 isn't that bad, I guess.
True. Wait. Oh yeah, your charisma's
She
an 18.
rolled a 2 on
Yeah.
I just
deception.
rolled shitty.
Oh yeah, your charisma's
Yeah.
an 18. I thought for some reason you were one of the guys who had a charisma of 20.
Wait, what is it? Yeah, my charisma's 18, yeah.
Alright. So, Daniel says, well, at least we got the letter, though I feel bad about that. And then,
I
just
hope it's the right letter.
and then he just kind of does a quick prayer as he's like, as if he's doing a prayer. He's doing a prayer of forgiveness after he says that.
Forgive me for my sins.
So, let's head out a little bit, and I'm gonna direct them into an alley, and then I'm just going to pull out the letter and give it a look over.
Why did I know?
Wait,
you
it
guys?
doesn't have a seal on it, right?
It does not.
Okay, then I'm gonna give it a look over carefully.
Sir, you were right. Umber is here. When some of our men noticed him hanging out in the Red Drake Tavern like you thought. I can't believe he came back to the city after all these years, especially after what he tried to pull on you. It'd be best to get some of the authorities in there, or if not that, then maybe send some of your own men to deal with them. Anyway, this is all I can say. I'm about to get into a poker match with the guy, so we'll see what happens.
Oh no!
So, who's it addressed to?
It's addressed to. It's addressed to. Give me a second. Actually,
Friendly neighborhood Goliath #1.
Yeah. The Goliath's master.
give me a second, because I actually have
The
this guy.
Elder Goliath.
I actually have this guy's name written down, but it's been so long since I've seen the name. Actually, the man's name. All you see sign at the bottom is. It's addressed to a man named Janus, in fact.
James.
Okay. And who's it from?
No from.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna close it carefully, put it back in my bag, and then turn to them and say, "Yep, this looks like it's the right thing."
I propose we return then to
Yep.
Umbra.
Yes, that'd be the best thing to do at this point.
Let's head over.
Alright then. Guys, head over to the market. And with that, you guys head over to the market and
The tavern.
yeah, tavern, sorry. You guys head in, go to the back area, I assume.
Yeah.
And Umbra's still sitting there, nursing a drink now.
I'ma just kind of, slowly walk over and then just, wave at him. Like, do a basic, like, hand up, palm open wave.
Sorry about that. What did you say?
Oh, I'm just gonna, just amble my way over to him and then do a, like, hand up wave. Like, just chilly raise my hand.
He waves back. Well, did you get what I asked for?
Yep. I just say, yeah.
He says, we'll hand it over then.
You sure you don't want to do this in private?
We're in private. We're in my area. Give me the damn letter.
Okay. I'm pull out the letter from my bag and hand it over.
He takes it. And they kind of open it and says, and he kind of looks it over and says, Janice? You shouldn't have done that. And he's gonna inspect the letter.
Okay.
And then he says, alright then. And he looks up at you and says, well, you did what I asked. So, I guess I gotta fulfill my end of the bargain.
Yeah.
When the Black Dragon started showing up around town, we noticed that a lot of half dragons started disappearing here and there.
What?
A lot of half dragons started disappearing. In fact, it started back on the day the Imperator died. In fact, this one half dragon, I think it was a scholar or something like that. He disappeared too.
What are you
That's
reading?
unfortunate.
But yeah, yes, and in fact, the barkeep's cook, he was a half dragon too. Apparently, got a big payment to go do some job somewhere.
Where?
Nowhere. No one knows. No one knows a half dragon who can ask now.
I'm gonna roll insight on that. Crit fail.
He is definitely telling the truth.
So,
Dang.
Cass, my buddy.
My
Roll.
buddy?
Could you roll, please?
But why would Cass
Can I
have
roll?
why would Cass have a reason to doubt him?
I don't know, man.
So he's saying he doesn't know where they're going?
Nope.
Okay. I mean, he did say he didn't know where they were going last time. It's a little weird, but whatever.
And then
What's
I'm
next?
Like before, he didn't want to give away any of the location stuff. It's like.
But then Umber kind of thinks says, well, I guess you could always check out the slums.
That seems like a likely place for them to be.
Yeah, if you ask
That
me.
piques his interest a little bit.
I hope you guys are happy with dirt and grime though. That's kind of common down there. Try not to get stabbed too.
Yeah, I've been to swamps before.
I've had my fair share.
Well, if that's all, that's just you guys be on your way then.
Alright. See you around.
And the body says, "Oh, and if you ever need in need of my services, you know where to find me."
Yeah. And then we're gonna get up and go.
All right. And then switching over to the other group.
Oh shit!
Yep.
It's us, the other group.
It's your turn.
Yeah.
You
It's
guys,
time
Schnitzel.
to
My
initiative.
turn,
It's
guys.
time to roll for initiative.
you guys,
Yeah.
you guys head over to the Coliseum, and you notice a large crowd of people outside, just angry, as they're all shouting like, "I paid good money for these tickets. I want a match." As you hear a guard say, "Go away. There's no match today. The other team quit. There's nothing we can do about it. Be on your business."
Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry, I'm mad at this game. I am quite pissed. Alright. I've gotten literally every comment in it but the one I want. Actually have. Fucking done. Sorry. No. Alright. No, this is good. Okay. I'm getting into character.
Okay.
And you notice this man who's well dressed standing outside the coat. He's kind of like rubbing his face out of exasperation.
Rubbing his what?
He's rubbing his face out of exasperation.
I really get into combat. I'm tired.
Oh.
All I said
Tired?
was that there was a man there.
I know, but this seems like we might be in combat.
The suggestions have worked.
Alright, is it a guard?
Nope, it is a noble man
Noble man?
who appears to have the mark of one of the. Seems to have a mark on it. He seems to have this sash around his body that has the mark of a sword on it for some reason.
And he recently got angry from
No, he's exhausted. He seems like he's frustrated from the news of the match being canceled.
Okay.
Why do the
he
gods
paid
hate
tickets,
me?
right?
He said, "Why do the gods hate me?" He says, "My god damn it," he says.
I'm
frustrated.
gonna walk by him. I'm gonna seem equally disgruntled about the fact that I got every comment but the one I needed. I mean about the fact that I couldn't get into this match.
He looks down at you and says,
Yeah.
The match doesn't mean anything. All the money I wasted on that team is what I'm angry about.
Why'd you waste so much money on that team?
Because they were a good team. They were some of the best half-dragons, military veterans. I could have made a fortune off of them.
Would you know why they would want to quit instead?
Apparently
Why would they do something like that?
Apparently they got a better offer elsewhere.
A better offer elsewhere. Like where?
I don't know. Half-dragons have been going all over the city, apparently.
Half-dragons have been going all over the city, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, like whom's?
I don't know. I don't know any personally except my team.
Your team?
Yeah, my team was full of half-dragons, the best. And they all got paid to go do something elsewhere.
By?
I don't know who, he says as he glares at you. If I knew, I'd throttle him, he says as he grabs you, shaking you as he says that.
Carlson.
What?
But, the man, he's angry.
I'm angry too! I just wanted to go in and see this match, see these half-dragons, and now I can't even do that!
Your yelling is not helping.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Calm down,
Can you
tiny
put me
one.
down now?
And then the man lets you go and says, whatever. I swear to God, if I ever find the person who does that, I'm gonna...
Well, maybe you can help us.
How can I help you guys? Unless you guys... I need a whole group of people in order to replace my team, and you ain't got enough people for that.
What? How many people do you need?
It was a 10-on-10 match.
Oh,
I
That's
wasn't
unfortunate.
talking about the team. I was talking about finding the guy you want to throttle.
Huh? I know how you can find him.
Wait. You're turning down fighting in the arena.
He said that he needs a
shoot, I will. I'm tired.
He said that he needed a 10-on-10 team. Last time I checked, you guys don't have 10 people.
We don't. Thank
Well, actually, we
Bring
have
out your tent.
hired people.
Hmm?
Our entire party makes 10 people if you want to be technical.
Is the entire
mean,
party
yeah.
here?
No.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That's next session. That's next session.
Next time on Dragon
Maybe.
Ball Z.
Possibly.
This has been Harmon Quest.
So you guys are all able to. Oh, actually, yeah. What am I saying? Yeah. Let me phrase that.
Speak.
He then says, "Who are you anyway? You don't look like any gladiator fan here. Don't even have your sash for your team."
Yeah.
You don't need a sash for my team.
Everyone here wears a sash. He motions to all the people in the crowd. Each one of them's wearing a red sash or a blue sash, signifying whose team that they're on. And you ain't got any. So who are you? Are you spying on me for the competition? He says as he glares at all of you.
No.
Let's be honest. If I didn't even know I had to wear a sash here, how would I even know how to spy?
You'd be surprised.
Yes.
You'd be surprised how smart spies can be. Anyway,
They're smart.
Joke's on you. I'm too dumb.
he says with a
Dang.
20. He says with a nearly 20 int.
You can have a 20 int and still be dumb.
Where?
True that.
In what universe?
So, if I were to procure some half dragons, where would I find them?
Well, I know a lot of them have been going poor lately, so because they're out of work. So you could try the slums or the shanty towns.
Well, maybe your guy's there. You think about it. I'm gonna go and walk over there now.
You have fun, he says as he just growls.
You too.
And he looks at you and says, "If you get 10 people, I'll pay you to be my team for this one match."
Fuck, I like that idea.
Shinies.
I'm gonna write that down as a side note here.
Gonna get them.
Perry's gonna regret not being here.
Shinies.
Yeah, if Perry was here, we would automatically just jump right into this fight.
Oh no, you
Yeah.
wouldn't. No, he'd be like, "I'll take the job, but later."
Yeah, this is Perry we're talking about.
But yeah.
He'd be like, I'll take the job, but we're not doing that now. Let's go on a 45-minute side quest first.
Oh my God. That's you, Michael. Shut up.
No, Perry.
Yeah, he's
it's a-
probably gonna listen to this.
He's gonna kill you.
I know.
Player notes.
There's a reason one of my nicknames is 45-minute side quest.
Oh my God. Anyway, thank God there's been none of that so far. Anyway,
Yeah.
but there will be at some point.
Huh.
Anyway.
Alright, yeah.
And then Queso,
So,
and the guy
I'm
just
going to
leaves.
the slums. Any
Alright.
what? I'm sorry.
Nothing. He just
No.
he just ignores you guys as he keeps staring at the Coliseum, frustrated.
Oh fuck yeah, I forgot I spelled like Krazens.
Craisins.
Crazens.
Crazens.
And that was, what was the name of that guy?
You never got his name.
Right. Actually, I did.
What's his name?
That's the guy who runs the team that disappeared, right?
What's his name?
Cassius.
Cassius.
Shut up. No, Primus gave it to us.
What was his name?
I'm gonna roll history on that then. Fuck you. If you want to play this game,
You
with me,
had to write this down. What was his name?
No.
it's okay. I rolled a nat 1 on history anyways.
You think his name was Potato Salad?
Damn. I'll name
Potato
him
salad.
Potato Salad.
Cassius.
Oh my god.
He was the
Potato!
second Cassius.
Oh my god.
Potato.
Potato, you guys!
Do it. He
Yeah,
thinks his name is
name's
also
Potato
Cassius.
Salad. That's his name now.
No.
Good job.
Potato
You did
salad.
this. You did this,
Eat
Sed. You did this.
This is what you get for not remembering names.
Technically call me.
No, this is what you get for not letting me roll history.
You did the same thing for me.
Potato
Don't try
salad.
that.
His name's Potato Salad now. Fuck you.
Have fun.
Potato.
Anyway, so apparently Krassen's heading towards the slums. What are the rest of you gonna do?
I don't
Also
know.
head to the slums.
Well, I was referring to the
Yes.
Humberto group.
Oh, sorry.
I guess we'll follow him. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Sal's too just
Yes.
Sal's just kind of looks at it and says, "What the fuck just happened?"
I don't think anybody knows.
I can be persuasive when I want to be.
When you want to be.
Sal then whispers to Desi, that means basically never.
Ah, we cannot upset the tiny one.
Wait, actually, let me roll stealth for him real quick. Yeah, you probably.
I probably would.
I'm checking something real quick. Yeah, unless you have a 21 in stealth, you probably didn't hear her whisper that. I mean, 21 in perception. As he whispers it to Desi.
Not my passive perception, so you're good. She's really good at that shit, anyways.
Upsetting him's kind of fun though. She says, looking at you. You gotta admit, this gotta be that one person that you enjoy messing with, right, Desi?
No. I don't really mess with people.
Really? I'm having fun.
No, it's just mean.
Depends.
I mean, I would not call someone bad name
Oh yeah.
unless they deserved it.
No, yeah, that's understandable.
Although names like Tall Dwarf, they're not bad because they are true.
You're right, he is a tall dwarf. He's like 3 inches shorter than me.
I know, I will never understand it. It's just unnatural.
I'm not really that tall.
It's still crazy.
So my other group, what were you guys, as they're heading to the slums, what would you guys have decided to do once you completed your task?
Snape.
Us, the tavern,
Yep, tavern group.
head to the slums because that's where he said they probably be.
Alright. Which slums?
The ones that are north of us. Are the slums north of us?
Yes, there are.
Yeah, the Imperator's slum.
Alright. You guys head into the Imperial slum. You guys arrive there at kind of the same time as well.
Oh ho.
Well, actually, no. What happens is that the Coliseum group arrives there first, and then a few minutes later, the tavern group shows up as well.
Oh ho.
And Daniel says, "So I'm guessing you guys had a better time than we did."
They probably did.
Daniel
Oh,
says,
you're telling us?
"Yeah, he's talking to the Coliseum group."
Oh, not much progress to be made.
Mm. Then, well,
What about you?
we committed a crime. Daniel says,
Hey.
completely exasperated.
Hey, you don't need to talk about that, Daniel.
Well,
Daniel, don't say anything.
well, they're a paladin. I'm a cleric. Literally, if I do something bad, I could lose my spell casting. and
But this is for the good of the people in the end.
they're a paladin. They could kill me for doing that, and be
This is
justified
for the
for
good
it.
of the people in the end. We're saving more lives this way.
What did you do?
Stole a letter.
Ah, not bad.
What an odious crime, I know.
Mm.
If you killed someone, then I would probably have to kill you. But other than that, you are fine.
Daniel kind of pales at that. Noted.
You have to kill you.
They were joking. I hope that Daniel knows that.
Daniel did not know that. He's like afraid now. He's like, noted.
Daniel did not know that. Daniel will remember this.
Does that include,
Daniel will remember this.
does that include stealing a letter for someone who did kill somebody?
Yeah, it's still reasonable.
Good. Still can't believe that guy.
Ugh.
Still can't believe he shot him in the face. Anyway, so what now? He asked.
Not now. We don't really get it.
You guys, and Saosu kind of comes in and says, "Well, we know that apparently they've been spotting half dragons in the slums. I don't see any half dragons here. Maybe we should ask around, maybe."
I was thinking of looking around, investigating. I'm especially gonna be alert for, the scent of gunpowder. Because you know how they were with muskets last time.
Mm-hmm. Roll. Okay, if you're looking for, everyone who's walking around and just talking to folk and stuff like that, roll investigation for me.
Everybody.
For the people who are trying to look for a certain smell, roll perception.
Who are looking for a certain
I'm
smell?
rolling investigation and I got a 27.
All right.
I was rolling perception, and I got a 22.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what the fuck is this roll?
I'm probably
like
better at asking
13.
around, so I'm gonna ask around with.
I have very cursed dice.
I get a 19 to investigate.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah, I got 13.
Roxy. Yeah, that sounds about right.
He's asleep.
Yep, called that. Getting late, so yeah. You all. Okay, so some of you are able to hear tidbits. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. You are unable to find much at first because the people don't exactly trust you. You're here in these adventure outfits, looking rather better dressed than they are, since they're living in the muck, and they don't exactly trust you that much. And the only scent that you're getting is this muck and grime and dirt that's all over the slum.
And poo.
Disgusting.
There's lots of poo around.
But then you finally hit a break when this crippled half-orc with a cane kind of approaches Desi and says, "What are you looking for, child? I've seen you and your friends asking questions."
Who's asking?
Just an old man. Don't worry.
Can I roll perception? I don't know.
Go ahead.
Are you really an old man? Or are you an assassin? What the fuck? Perception. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Don't know shit because I got a 9.
You see this scarred and grizzled half-orc who's missing an eye and even has lost both. You know how all half-orcs and orcs have those 2 teeth that come out from their bottom gums and kind of perturb out their mouths, making kind of he's missing both of those.
Oh, what happened to your teeth?
lost them. I was captured by enemy, and to make me talk, they took my teeth. It didn't work, of course, because half-orcs don't fear death. We embrace it. And pain.
Though that is still unfortunate.
Yes. But why are you here? You are not scarred. You are not poor. And you seem to be asking questions. Questions are a very dangerous thing, he says, as he kind of like pokes you with his cane. They can lead you to some very bad places.
I am experienced. It doesn't matter.
How are you now? And experienced in what way?
I kill things.
Ah, so did I. But killing didn't get me anywhere except here.
What do you want, old man?
I want to know what you're looking for.
Why?
Because you are in my area. You talk to my people. You scare them. You scare them as you come in here with your weapons and your questions. I can't
What do you
keep.
sound Italian?
I can't keep. I can't keep letting you do that, as you know.
We are. What was it? I don't care.
We
We're
are
looking for
Legion.
somebody, right? Stop.
Trying to discover
We are
what
looking for somebody, right?
you're trying to discover where all the half dragons went. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We're trying to discover where the half dragon. If you must know, nosy.
And he kind of falls out there and says, the half breeds. Yes, I understand. He says as he kind of like scratches his jaw. Well, you have certainly come to the right place, but I'm not sure who exactly will trust you to tell you where they are. We've been forgotten for so long that trusting outsiders isn't exactly something we can do here.
That makes sense. I wouldn't either.
But you are one of our own, he says, motioning to the race. He says, not many half-orcs would venture into this territory. Well, not any that would, that are not already poor anyway.
Yeah.
So my question is for you, why do you seek these half-orcs? I mean, these half-dragons?
Well, it's kind of, I mean, I can technically, did the guy say we're not supposed to tell anybody? Not really.
He said to be, keep it quiet to some extent.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, they're like, I'm afraid I can't tell you that.
Ah, secrets. Well, it must be pretty important for you to keep it a secret.
I mean, don't we all have secrets?
Ah, yes, we do. We always do, he says. Well, you definitely won't find any secrets here, he says, patting Desi on the shoulder. Definitely no secrets to be found in the sewers or anything, as he passes by.
The sewers.
There definitely haven't been any half-dragons heading that way. None at all.
Totally not at all.
And
Not
then
at all.
Al?
he simply looks back at you and says, whoever you're working for, tell them not to forget us down here. After all, the little people always make the biggest quakes. And then he just kind of like hobbles off.
Okay.
Oh, old half work. Okay. Alright, where's everybody at? Did we split up again?
Yes, you guys.
No.
Well, I was thinking that you guys just went in different directions, but you guys stayed near each other as this was going on.
Okay. Well then, Desi kind of like found her group and was like, we should look in the sewers. There might be something important down there.
Sewers.
Yeah.
And Salsu just shook his head. Oh, that sounds like home, all right.
Who said that?
I know.
Celsi?
Yeah, Salsu, the tiefling member of the group with the daggers and the rapier.
Well, you'll be fine. I have the ability to clean stuff.
Say what?
Clean.
I'm gonna cast prestidigitation on just a square on the ground and clean it.
He sees that and says, "So you're a laundromat."
That's only one of my many skills. I'll have.
I have you know I am a very good laundromat.
I can make wands of
I am
laundromat.
only the best of the laundromats.
I'll bet you can make a wand that can clean my clothes. I don't care.
I can do that.
We'll talk later. Salsu says. Or
It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be cheap. I'll tell you that much.
then
It's not
screw
gonna be
off.
cheap.
It's not easy making that sort of stuff.
It's not easy being green.
There's an entire order of people who could do the same thing. I think it is.
Yeah, but I doubt that they can sell it for less than like 110 gold.
Wanna bet?
Yeah, because it costs 90 gold to make a cantrip enchantment.
Salsu says, I doubt. But anyway, so what are we doing?
You're talking to the craftsman. I am a
You're talking to the
craftsman.
craftsman.
So we doing
Yes.
this. So we're doing this sewers thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
an old man told me to go.
Hmm.
Or not.
Do you listen to everything an old man tells you?
No, but this
Sometimes.
old man.
No, I'm not saying that this guy's wrong, but I'm just have to ask.
No, not all the time. Gosh. Old people are crazy.
Yes, we know that.
No, but no, this is important. We should.
Then he kind of sighs and says, oh, fine. Wait, sewers? It's dark. I can't see down there, he says. He looks at you guys. I'm human. You guys aren't.
Oh yeah, I can
I
see
am
perfectly.
a dwarf and I'm digging a hole.
I can't see in the dark like you guys, unless you guys want a 50-foot beacon of light. A 50...
That sounds like a
Well-
personal problem.
Well, Krasson has a little shiny stone.
Again. And then
You
Daniel
want a
says,
shiny stone too?
and then Daniel says, so we all know I'm gonna stick out like a sore thumb while we're down there, right?
What you mean?
Yeah.
Me holding up
Daniel.
holding up a bright light in the dark.
Well, oof. You'll just have
It's
to
okay.
hold
You
on
won't
to.
be alone. I take out my
Just
shiny
hold on to
pebble.
her hand, and I'm gonna point at Desi. She'll lead
Wait.
you.
Oh,
Uh,
never mind.
Sasu says, Sasu says, do you want to watch this kid, Desi?
I've watched him before. Yes, this is fun.
Alright then. Guess we better get down to these sewers then.
Whip out my shiny pebble.
Oh, I hate sewers. I usually pay people to go down here, not make me go down.
Don't complain. It only makes it worse.
Oh, it'd be too loud.
Complaining will get you nowhere.
So there's a sewer. So you guys are walking through. So you guys, after saying that, well, actually, no, not you guys. Salsu, after hearing you guys say that, she kind of like looks around and says, "So how are we gonna get in? A sewer grate? Find something that leads down into the sewers?"
Yeah.
So Anyone know the way around a city? He says.
I mean, I've lived in one for a little bit.
I mean, does my campaign bonus kick in?
No.
Oh, rip. But no, I would not know my way around a city. Or at least around Hersa.
Hmm.
Is Hersa the capital?
Yep.
I would know my way around the city.
Wait a moment. Isn't there something special about these sewers?
Is there?
Hmm. Can I roll history on that?
Go ahead.
Damn.
I would know my way around the city, considering I run the military academy there.
I mean, does a
Which, I mean,
17
come on,
work?
Keith, you didn't even put it on the map. I see how it is.
I was gonna put it in later, but I was running out of stuff to put in. Anyway, what was that, Car?
Does a 17 work?
You know that the sewer system is a complete motherfucking labyrinth where there are openings in each of the major districts, including each of the major districts, basically, including slums. But people have a habit of getting lost down there, or worse.
I mean, we could still be by the entrance.
Could be. I did say that there are entrances in major districts, such as slums, since slums have the majority of the dirt and trash.
Right.
All right. I wouldn't say the slum by the castle is the best idea. Those are mainly tieflings.
That's where you guys currently are, by the way.
Oh, we're in that one.
Mm-hmm.
So where would the entrance to the sewers here be?
Roll! Roll survival.
Damn, I'm not good at that. I'm not good at surviving.
Who is?
Except for this roll is actually not that bad. 14.
Alright. You were able well, you follow the trail of water. But since the road does slope downward to drain out somewhere. And it leads you underneath one of the upper. It's kind of like imagine the roads up top and there are carvings into it that lead underneath.
Okay. I would follow the roads then, right? Please tell me I'm not being an idiot right now.
You're not.
Cool. So let's do that. Bling.
Let's explore.
I'm starting to follow the road. Follow the road.
Follow the road.
Das Road.
Holiday Row.
Holiday Road. No.
Road, no. Oh, no.
Road. Don't want to deal with that one.
Mm. Okay. Do we? I guess. What does the door look like? I mean, no. You said gated, right?
Yeah, it's a gated door. It's kind of like those gated community stuff, like where they have those gate doors, but this one's rusted. It looks like it could break off at any moment.
It's dark in here.
Yep. There's no sunlight, there's no torches, there's no nothing.
Okay.
So Daniel's
Well,
already having to grab onto something
for what?
because he can't see.
I thought doesn't he have like a light thing that he could do?
Mm-mm. Wait, actually, let's see if he
No.
does.
I thought he said earlier that he did.
No, he says that he doesn't. He said that if he took
He
the
doesn't?
he said that if he took the one from from Cassius, and he stick out like a sore thumb, basically.
Oh, okay. Alright.
And it's kind of like grabs onto Desi, kind of. He's like, "Oop. Oh, there you are."
Be careful, Daniel. It is dark.
Yeah, I noticed. So, yep, you find the gated door there. Sasu says, "So is this the way in?"
Yeah. I can open it. I mean, I'll open it. I
You
mean, I can try.
you grab the door to open it, and you tear it off its hinges.
Oh,
Sweet. Nice job.
Just by
Wow.
trying to
Wowie.
just by trying to open the door, it's so rusted that it breaks off as soon as you try to pull it open.
Oh.
Can I clean the door using prestidigitation?
It's not going to stop it from being rusted.
I know, but can I make it look cleaner?
Yeah, you are able to get rid of some of the grime and stuff.
Nice, it looks a little better.
It's still rusting and turning reddish brown.
Hey, as long as it looks a little better.
And Daniel asks, "What was that?"
What?
Daniel asks, "What was that?" in response to the door being torn off.
Nothing important.
Hey, I mean, that could have just been an errant gust of wind at that point.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, can we up and get in here? Can we up and find like the sewer entrance or something? I'd like to go in at this point.
Yeah, let's go in.
Daniel. Fine. Jeez, Daniel. I'll let you borrow something of mine, but only for this one escapade.
What do you give him?
I'm gonna take my goggles off and let him borrow them.
Huh?
They don't require attunement, so it works.
He looks at him, he's like, "Huh?" And then he puts them on, he says, "Whoa. Oh, why is it all in shades of
Yeah.
gray?"
Yeah, they let you see in the dark. You can
I'm
borrow
gonna
'em
take
for a
my
little bit.
goggles off.
By the way, from now on, since you guys are going to be in the dark, you can only see in shades of gray.
Damn.
Okay.
'Cause that's how
But
dark.
how many shades of gray?
100.
I'm going to
There
choke.
we
I'm
go.
going to choke you, Kami.
150.
Good, please do, Daddy.
Daddy.
And with that, you all descend into the sewers, and that is where we leave off, saving it for next
Yeah.
time on the Empire of Dragons.
See you next time, pals.
And if you like this video, hit that like button and please subscribe. And we can't wait to
Stop.
see you guys next time.
Stop.